Good Tuesday evening and welcome into Livingston Academy, the site of this District 7 AAA regular season finale as the Upperman Bees take on the Livingston Academy Wildcats. I'm Noah McKay on the call here on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Thrilled to be joined in the press box once again by my friend Jacob Vinson. Tonight's game is presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant, and it is live on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel, and the stage is set. The entire season in the district comes down to today. The winner of this game wins the regular season District 7 AAA title. Livingston forced this game with these implications by nature of their victory yesterday in Baxter, the first team in over 700 days to defeat the Upperman Bees in district play. There were a lot of moving storylines in that game, Jacob, but at the end of the day, it was a 2-0 Livingston win, and we've got a game today for all the marbles here this evening.
Yeah, the only thing that mattered yesterday, like you said, Livingston Academy got the 2-0 win. Carson Parrott was absolutely tremendous on the mound, going all 7 innings, only allowing the 2 hits, and had 12 strikeouts in the day. And he'll be behind the plate today. Dawson Ledbetter on the mound for Livingston Academy. But this is exactly what we want. We want it to be this final game of the regular season in district play to decide the regular season champion, decide the number 1 seed going to the district tournament, which will get started next Wednesday.
There's even more emphasis when you look at how this district tournament is set to be played. The winner of the district hosts the district tournament, and these are 2 very different ballparks in Baxter and here in Livingston. We'll talk about all of that as we move forward. This is the Crouch team with Highlands Lake Real Estate pregame show. It is Dawson Ledbetter on the mound for Livingston, and it is the return of Caden Shanks, no longer senior skip day. Caden Shanks back in the lineup for Upperman. We'll talk about that and get to first pitch when we come back. The regular season district title is on the line. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Frontier Chevrolet is ready to get you into your next vehicle and are proud to offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all vehicles below 80,000 miles. View inventory online at www.caseyschevy.com, including the brand new Chevy Trax and Traverse, or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. Remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best kept secret, with locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville. Delicious pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back. Moments away from first pitch in Livingston. The regular season District 7 AAA title is on the line tonight. The winner wins the district and also hosts next week's district tournament. A lot on the line this evening. I'm Noah McKay, joined by Jacob Vincent. Tonight's broadcast is presented by our friends at the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant. And you're watching it live on the main UCR Facebook page and YouTube channel. As we sit moments away from first pitch, let's get into the Swallows Insurance starting lineups on the mound tonight for Livingston Academy. The big junior right-hander, Dawson Ledbetter, and he's going to face an Upperman lineup that will bat 1 through 9 like this. Leading things off is the center fielder, Justin Fallon. Batting second is the pitcher, Caden Shanks. Batting third, the second baseman, Chris Worsing. Batting cleanup is the first baseman, Alec Wilson. Batting fifth, the left fielder, Evan Huddleston. Batting sixth is the third baseman, Carson Shoup. Batting seventh is the catcher, rookie Allison. Batting eighth for the Bees is the shortstop, Juju Yano. And batting ninth is the designated hitter, Braden Green. He's hitting for the right fielder, Carson Holroyd. As I mentioned, their opponent on the mound, Dawson Ledbetter. He's had very good stats so far this season, Jacob.
Yeah, this will be his 9th appearance on the mound. He's got a 4-1 record, 1 hold, 2 complete games, and 1 shutout on the year. In 34 2/3 innings pitched, he's got a 0.40 ERA, 45 strikeouts to 17 walks. He has hit 10 batters, and he's got a batting average against of .206.
And this is a big challenge tonight for Dawson Ledbetter. When you look at the schedule that Livingston has played, we talked about this yesterday, 2 very different schedules. They've stayed mostly within the Upper Cumberland en route to a great 17-3 overall record. Upperman, the most deceptive 14-11 record you're going to find, as they are also 8-1 in the district. They have faced some of the nation's best teams in their non-district slate. This is the most explosive 1 through 9 lineup that Dawson Ledbetter has faced this season. He'll look to shake off his last outing against the Bees, came in the district tournament a year ago, and Upperman teed off en route to a run rule victory.
Yeah, of course, he entered in a really bad situation in that spot. It was bases loaded already when he got brought into that game, so he gets the start today. Of course, it is a different lineup. You instill Kane Shanks into that lineup, so they feel like they've got a little bit more juice. And, of course, you're playing for a regular season title. You're playing for the number 1 seed.
Upperman has dominated completely this district over the last 3 seasons. Now there's a question there as Livingston can steal it away in the final week of the regular season. We're going to find out who's going to win it. Coming up here is the first pitch. Is a fastball that misses low and outside to Justin Fallon, the Tennessee Tech commit, who stands in batting .397 on the campaign. 2 home runs, 21 runs batted in, 7 doubles to go along with it.
And the wind is gusting
out
there. It's blowing towards the left field foul pole, kind of along that left field line.
That one was ripped foul, and that is interesting because it kind of, I believe, will make this park play more normal dimensions-wise, especially to right field. This is a shallow park into the corners and then deep into center field. The left field foul pole sits at 285, right field at 290, but then 384 to that big 30-foot fence out there in center field. Fallon turns on this one into left field. That is well struck, and it is gone. Goodbye, baseball. Justin Fallon sends it on a ride over the left field fence, and it's a leadoff home run for the Upperman Bees.
We said it before the game, especially with the way that wind is blowing. Justin Fallon, he's got all kinds of power. His 3rd home run of the season. He's going to have a chance over that left field fence. That one was a line drive. Wasn't even really that well struck of a ball. He hammers it on a line, and it got out in a hurry.
And that was a gigantic celebration for Upperman. Yesterday, Livingston, they got that huge win. They brought out their W flag. Of course, Upperman, the first team in the district to kind of start that a few years ago. And from talking to some of the people around the Upperman program, they took note of it. They were hoping to send a message. Well, that's a haymaker off the rip by Justin Fallon, and now returning. Here comes that man, Caden Shanks, back into the batter's box, and he was trying to go back-to-back pitches, back-to-back homers. He fouls it out of play, and the home plate umpire is going to calm him down as the celebration was going a long way. That was 78 on the gun for Dawson Ledbetter, who's trying to settle back in here. 1-0, long way to go. As Caden Shanks batting .387, he is a bona fide Mr. Baseball candidate here in his senior season. The Lipscomb signee awaits the 0-1. That one bounces in from Ledbetter. And for Ledbetter, it's going to be in that high 70s with the fastball, mixes in the breaking ball every once in a while. It's all about the location for Dawson Ledbetter on the mound.
Yeah, absolutely, especially against these guys. And he wants to trust his defense today. He might not have a ton of the strikeout numbers. He wants to get it to his defense.
This one rolled over, speaking of, and that gets over the under the outstretched glove of the second baseman, trying to make the play, Corbin Burns. And I think that's going to go down as a hit, as Burns couldn't get there quite in time. Would have been a really good play. It had a lot of steam on it, and Caden Shanks makes it back-to-back hits to open the game for Upperman. And just like that, Jacob, you look at yesterday, Upperman had 2 hits as a team. They have it here through 2 batters.
Yeah, much better start to this one. Again, you throw Caden Shanks back in there. I think you said it, too. The celebration yesterday after the game may have brought a lot of motivation to this Upperman team and kind of their celebration just after that first run across.
First pitch into the impressive 6'1" freshman Chris Worsing. Misses outside and low from Ledbetter. 1-0 on the count. Worsing on the year, batting .392, good for second on the team. He's got 16 runs batted in, and, of course, the very speedy Caden Shanks. But Carson Parrott behind the dish, he's been all over the field this year. He goes back to that catcher spot. A lot of reason is because of that live arm that he's got. Shanks takes off. This one a hit and run, foul, and Shanks will retreat back in a 1-1 count here. Chris Worsing against Dawson Ledbetter. Fireworks early as Justin Fallon led it off with a leadoff home run over the left field fence.
Yeah, and the win yesterday for Livingston Academy, the first in 9 tries. Upperman had won 9 in a row in the series against the Livingston Academy Wildcats. It was a big win, not only in district play, but just hadn't been able to beat them in a long time.
1-1 coming here from Ledbetter, now taking his time, checking back towards Caden Shanks, takes off again, pitch outside, Parrott has it, throw down the tag, not in time, and it's a Domino stolen base. The throw was in time, but it was to the left of the bag. Shanks able to dive in, and that is stolen base. Let's see here as I read through the great stats that we have here. It's several stolen bases so far this season. That is number 12 for Caden Shanks. And now another runner in scoring position for Upperman, a 2-1 count to the single machine, Chris Worsing. And he rips this one, and that's going to be a base hit for Chris Worsing. The go sign given is now over to it in left field, bounces off the chest. Worsing takes the big loop around, now will retreat in with an RBI single, and Upperman strikes again. It's 2-0 Bees with nobody out. And it's interesting, Jacob, we have not seen Upperman this year with their backs against the wall or ticked off. And we kind of wondered, is this a team that could hit a new level? This is the first time this year we've seen them in this situation. Through 3 batters, they look very good.
Yeah, hadn't really played with that chip on their shoulder yet this season, and we've seen it the last couple of years. Obviously, we saw it in the state tournament last year when they had their backs against the walls. They really responded well, and obviously they're doing that today. Already 2 runs across and haven't recorded an out yet. A picture-perfect start for this Bees team.
Fastball at the knees here to Alec Wilson, the cleanup batter, and makes it strike 1. He's batting .271 on the campaign with 14 runs batted in. By the way, that's RBI number 17 for Chris Worsing, who now has a healthy lead at first. That pitch misses outside. We're thankful to say that that's outside today. We expect a much better zone behind the plate than we had a day ago. That goes without saying. Experienced umpire behind the plate tonight.
Another beautiful day as well. The wind is gusting, and it's blowing pretty hard, but it's still gorgeous out. Warm weather, sunshine.
The 1-1 pitch. That one swung on and missed. 1-2, good pitch there from Dawson Ledbetter, who's just trying to settle in and record some outs, get it back to the bats. And they know they need to limit the damage with the number 1 for Upperman going on the other end with Caden Shanks on the mound in the bottom half.
Yeah, you kind of wonder how it goes for Caden Shanks as well. He has really struggled in the first inning so far this season in a lot of games, and we'll see if maybe that changes here today with, again, that motivation playing a little bit of a factor into coming into this one.
2-2 as that fastball misses low and outside here to Alec Wilson. Waiting behind him is Evan Huddleston as they head into the middle part of the order. Nobody out, 2 already across for the Bees. Lots of noise out of that Upperman dugout today. The pitch comes in. This one's rolled over. Could be tailor-made. Flip over to second for 1. The throw to first is in time for the 6-4-3 double play. Just what the doctor ordered for the Wildcats as they go from 1 on with nobody out to nobody on and 2 outs.
Yeah, that's huge for Dawson Ledbetter. Of course, you do give up the 2 runs, but now you have the 2 outs. You can take that deep breath. You can kind of settle down a little bit. Now you just focus on the batter, see if you can work on Evan Huddleston, who struggled yesterday against Carson Parrott, as did all of the batters yesterday. But Dawson Ledbetter going to try to get out of this, only allowing the 2 runs.
Ledbetter kicks in deals. Big swing and a miss from Evan Huddleston on the fastball. 0-1. Catching the balls in strikes for Livingston is Carson Parrott. The first baseman is Drew Goolsby. Second baseman today is Corbin Burns. Over at third base for Livingston Academy is Drake Blankenship. The shortstop is Zach Cotterman as Ledbetter kicks and deals. That's a good pitch. Right on the outside corner, 0-2 ahead again. Left fielder is Dylan York. The right fielder is Tayshawn Hayes and Ryan Paul Campbell. Man center for Coach Loftus' squad. Here comes the 0-2 from Ledbetter home. That one swung on and barreled out, angling towards the gap. Does it hang up enough? No, it drops in, and Huddleston takes the big lead around first. Great effort by Ryan Paul Campbell. The wind probably helped Evan Huddleston a little bit, took it far enough away for a 2-out single.
Yeah, Ryan Paul Campbell had a really good jump on that. He's playing straightaway center, and that was right in the middle of the gap between left and in center. But you said it, that wind is gusting, and it's coming straight in from right field, so it's pushing it to the left, towards the left fielder and Dylan York. York didn't have a great jump on it. Campbell did, just unable to get there in time.
A four-game stretch where Upperman is struggling with the bats. Carson Shoup is not. He stands in batting .417 in the last 4 games, taking his overall average up into the mid-200s. As that one misses low and away. You remember early in this season, he was the only B that was hitting. Then kind of went into a slump, and recently been working his way out of it as Ledbetter back out of the stretch here with a runner at first and 2 outs. There's the quick shuffle step in and delivers a strike across the plate.
A lot of his hits have been to left field, kind of between that 5-6 gap in the infield as well. Just easy swings, not trying to do too much with it.
And this one swung on, fouled out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's Dawson Ledbetter. Now at 22 pitches, he's been in the zone. 15 of them have been strikes. Just really the one loud home run from Justin Fallon, there's a reason he's a Division I prospect, going to play at the next level, and he showed it off there. Upperman with the lead. Runner at first with a big lead is Evan Huddleston. He's got speed out there. And he does take off. Ledbetter delivers in. That a check swing. He didn't go, and it's a domino stolen base for Evan Huddleston as he moves into scoring position. Carson Parrott going to have him appealed down, and the field umpire says no. It'll be 2-2 and a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, he got a tremendous jump, and Dawson Ledbetter did not go with the slide step that time, so he had even more time to get to second base, and then the pitch was in the dirt, so that was a great stolen base there for Evan Huddleston.
Number 5 of the year for Huddleston. Now he's at second, and deuces wild. 2-2 count with 2 outs here at Carson Shoup. Big leg kick, pitch in. This one fouled off, and we'll do it again. Good battle developing here between Shoup and Ledbetter.
And again, for Ledbetter, we said it yesterday with Juju Yano on the mound. Only allowed that 1 run, especially when Yano had bases loaded in the 1 out, was able to get out of it. If you're Ledbetter, you only allowed the 2 runs. Your offense, they've got some firepower at the top of that. We'll see what they can do against Shanks.
2-2. This one's going to be a base hit, and it's going to be an RBI for Carson Shoup. Huddleston will head home and score with ease. Shoup looking for 2. Here comes the throw in. Not in time. It's an RBI. South Willow Auto Clinic double, and the Bees throwing a haymaker in the top of the first. It's 3-0.
And it's been 2 balls right down that line. Nothing Drake Blankenship can do down there at third base. He's gotten good jumps on him, but they've been sharply hit down that line. The only other ones, other than the home run that was hit out, obviously. So nothing he can really do with that one. And the Bees, they're definitely timing up Ledbetter early on here.
Rookie Allison now will stand in here in the 7th spot. So 7 batters already up for Upperman in the top half of the first. Again, only had 2 base hits a day ago. They've scored 3 runs in the top of the first. As that one misses upstairs, Ledbetter really reared back on that one. On the season, Rookie Allison's batting .232. That has actually taken a tip up here in the past few days. Ledbetter with a 1-0 home. That one, good pitch foul, tipped into the mid of Carson Parrott. And it's 1-1. And now, despite those first inning struggles that you mentioned for Caden Shanks, he has tremendous numbers, and he has a cushion. And Livingston knows they need to get out of this inning. There's that breaking ball. Didn't quite fall off the table, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
It seems like a lot of his starts have been in Baxter as well. A lot of them have kind of been coming when he is the man starting on the mound rather than the second one coming to the mound.
2-1, fouled straight back, and now deuces wild again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 3 across for Upperman, and Carson Shoup is out there at second base. Juju Yano on deck next, and when Caden Shanks is in the lineup, all of a sudden the Upperman lineup starts to look a lot more dangerous, 1 through 9. And it did yesterday, and you're seeing that again. 2-2 coming up here. That one misses upstairs, and we run full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's part of what's made Upperman so dangerous the past few years, that balance. And a lot of teams would love to have Rookie Allison coming up in their 7-hole. A big 3-2 payoff pitch from Dawson Ledbetter. He kicks and deals. That's a cold strike 3. Good fastball on the outside corner. First Birdie's Lounge strikeout for him, but the damage is done for the Bees. They strike for 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, nobody left on. And Caden Shanks will go to the mound. Livingston will look to strike back in the bottom half. Coverage of this game is presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy, UCR Media Network. From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Score revision, 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error out in the field that allowed Carson Shoup to move to second, but an explosive top half of the first for the Upperman Bees. Livingston looked to answer, and they will face the right-hander flamethrower. Caden Shanks on the mound for the Upperman Bees. He will face an LA lineup that bats 1 through 9 like this. Leading things off is the shortstop, Zach Connerman. Batting second, the catcher, Carson Parrott. Batting third, the right fielder is Tayshawn Hayes. Batting fourth, the left fielder, Dylan York. Batting fifth is the pitcher, Dawson Ledbetter. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Ryan Paul Campbell. Batting seventh, the first baseman, Drew Goolsby. Batting eighth is the designated hitter, Ethan Hooks. And batting ninth is the third baseman, Drake Blankenship. Corbin Burns not batting. He's being hit for by Ethan Hooks. And their opponent on the mound, the Mr. Baseball candidate, Caden Shanks, the Lipscomb signee. 5-1 on the year. This is his 10th appearance, his 7th start. He's got a 1.94 ERA. He's thrown 3 complete games, has a shutout and a save in 36 innings pitched. Caden Shanks has allowed 14 hits, 13 runs, 10 of them earned, 52 strikeouts to 21 walks. Hitters batting just 120 against him. Quite frankly, this year when he's been in trouble, it's almost exclusively been in the first inning and because of walks and hit batters. He has electric stuff, probably the most electric stuff in the Upper Cumberland.
Yeah, I don't know if he just gets juiced up for the starts or what, but hasn't been able to be in the zone a whole lot in the first innings. But again, a lot of those have come at home when he is that first pitcher out there. Now that he's been able to get some of those nerves out on the base path, maybe it changes a little bit here on the mound.
The first pitch was a 90-mile-an-hour fastball that was close. He didn't get the call. It's 1-0 here to Zach Connerman. Looking to jumpstart something here, though. 1-0. There's that breaking ball.
It's a boomerang.
Yeah, it's a really a slurve. We call it a slider as it rips in. Is this a 2-0? He's got a changeup as well. 2-0 fastball waved at and missed upstairs. 88 on the gun. He'll rev it up and get near 91, 92 with that fastball. It is electric.
The breaking ball is scary is what it is.
It is. It really is. Here comes the 2-1 fastball. Called a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Zach Connerman. The 1 through 5 in this Livingston lineup this year has been very good. They need them to be good tonight now in a hole 3-0. Shanks kicks and deals the 2-2. Swung on in the dirt, and rookie Allison will throw down to Alec Wilson at first. And it's the first Birdie's Lounge strikeout of the game for Caden Shanks as he gets some chasing the breaking ball low. In the field, Upperman lines up like this, one of the best defensive catchers in the state. Rookie Allison catching the balls and strikes. Alec Wilson is the first baseman. Chris Worsing is at second. Over at third base is Carson Shoup, and Juju Yano, who pitched great yesterday in a losing effort, gets the start at shortstop. The left fielder is Evan Huddleston. The right fielder, Carson Holroyd. The center fielder is Justin Fallon. First pitch, breaking ball. Looked like it was going to hit Carson Parrott. He ducked, and it dove into the zone, 0-1.
Yeah, I'm only laughing because I would do the exact same thing that Carson just did down there.
The 0-1 pitch coming here from Caden Shanks. That one, he goes to it again. This time it misses, 1-1. There are times this year where we've just chuckled at Caden Shanks' stuff because it has a ton of movement on it. Mm-hmm. Livingston trying to solve it here. We saw Carson Parrott pitch a gem a day ago, and that fastball fired by 89 on the gun.
Yeah, they just can't catch up with it right now, and it might take them a little bit, but at some point you're going to get deeper into this ball game, and you're going to go, well, we haven't caught it now. When are we going to get to it?
Here comes the 1-2 breaking ball, and rookie Allison started to throw down. It was not called strike 3. It's 2-2. That one was a little inside.
Yeah, a little bit up maybe as well. Didn't quite have as much break off there at the end as the first couple it had.
And this is something interesting to talk about is the 2-2 coming here to Carson Parrott. Shanks delivers a fastball, swung on and missed, and it's back-to-back Birdie's Lounge strikeouts to open the day for Upperman's number 1 in the rotation. Livingston has not faced anybody who throws 90 miles an hour this year. So far, the top 2 hitters have not been able to catch up to that fastball.
Yeah, I mean they're going to have to have a short approach, and those are 2 really good hitters, and especially Carson Parrott. We saw the damage he could do yesterday, the damage that he has done all season long, batting over 400, and really weren't terribly competitive swings, at least early on in this game.
Tayshawn Hayes stands in and waves at a first pitch curve ball, comes up empty, it's 0-1. You could see he's working with confidence right now. The 0-1 went to it again. It's called strike 2, 0-2. And we may be about to hit a commercial break as Shanks toes the rubber one more time with an 0-2 count to Tayshawn Hayes.
Trying to pull a Carson Parrott.
The 13th pitch of the inning coming here. Parrott struck out this side yesterday, and Shanks does it today. Swung on and missed for the Birdie's Lounge strikeout. All 3 swinging strikeouts, and that was dominance. 90 miles an hour on the gun, and we will head to 2 in a 3-0 ball game. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Welcome back. Not an ideal first inning if you're a Livingston Academy fan. A dream first inning if you're an Upperman B fan. It's 3-0. Upperman had 7 batters come to the plate in the top half, and then Caden Shanks on 13 pitches recorded 3 dominant Birdie's Lounge strikeouts. We head to the second, and it's 3-0.
Well, the Bees haven't done that a whole lot this season either. They have not piled on runs in that first inning. Theirs are kind of more of a gradual pile on throughout the game, and sometimes they'll get a big inning maybe in the middle innings when they've seen the pitcher a time or two. They have timed up Dawson Ledbetter early on in this game, and now you started with 8-9-1. You're going to get back to Justin Fallon, who already cranked one into the softball field to start off this game in the first.
And we were talking about that 1 through 9 for the Bees. The 8-hole hitter is Juju Yano, a player who has led off, who has batted 5th in state championship games. He's in the 8-hole today as Ledbetter fires a fastball past. The 0-1 misses outside to make it 1-1.
And he's just in a little bit of a slump right now. He's trying to climb out of that with a couple of base hits, just trying to find his way on base.
1-1, breaking ball, good pitch from Dawson Ledbetter. Maybe the best pitch he's thrown today. That one finds the zone.
He's just trying to keep him off balance. He's trying to get an out or two to start off this inning, get his confidence back.
That one misses outside to even the count up at 2. Yeah, with 8-9-1, Yano Green, and then Fallon looming. You want it to be 2 outs when Justin Fallon stands back in with Caden Shanks behind him. Here comes the 2-2 fastball. This one ripped right at the second baseman, Corbin Burns, who goes to a knee and makes the catch for the first out.
I couldn't tell if it glanced off of Ledbetter's glove or not. It kind of came close to him at least, and it was a really good job by Burns, able to get there in time. That ball was ripped by Yano, and again, for Yano, you feel okay about that because he barreled one up and he put a good swing on it, just unable to find the base.
Braden Green is the DH. He stands in here for attempt number 1 against Dawson Ledbetter, who's trying to get into the rhythm. He's been in the zone. 35 pitches, 23 strikes. First pitch swinging for Braden Green. This is well struck. Ranging back, Ryan Paul Campbell still twisting, and he can't make the catch. Green rounding first, heading to second. Braden Green looking for 3. Great throw in, but it is not in time. Braden Green with a triple for the Upperman Bees. And it is the first triple of the year for somebody not named Caden Shanks for the Bees.
That ball was hit really well. The bad thing is it's 384 feet out to center field, and you've got a 30-foot fence and a scoreboard out there. And Ryan Paul Campbell, it's not necessarily that he's playing shallow. It's just that's so deep of a center field that you don't have to play that deep until that one right there. And I think the wind, again, played a big factor. That ball was hit high in the air.
He got turned around a couple of times there as this one gets away, but the shallow backstop here bounces it right back to Carson Parrott, and he gives the it's all good sign to Dawson Ledbetter out there. A 1-0 count here. Fallon opened up the game in style, hitting a solo home run back in the first. He likes this park. Hit 2 in here last year, if you remember that. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. And for him, that left field fence, it's only about 300 to where he's hitting them out. That's right there in the power alley, just like to right field for Caden Shanks at 290, as the wind is still blowing pretty good right to left. The 2-0 from Ledbetter, that one misses outside, and now danger looming. Upperman leading 3-0. Fallon ahead in the count. Runner on third, and Caden Shanks looming on deck. Fallon climbs back in here. Ledbetter looking for a good pitch. Here comes the 3-0 home. Misses inside, ball 4, a 4-pitch walk, and maybe time for a trip out for somebody out of that Livingston dugout to just have a word. Remember the stakes in this game. The winner wins the district, hosts the district tournament. And Fallon takes a little loop around first, but Ledbetter wisely checks back over his shoulder to now allow an easy picked up of second base. Caden Shanks ripped a single, came around to score back in the first.
Well, we saw CPA do that to Upperman in that first inning on Saturday. We've seen Upperman do it against a few teams so far this season. Did it against Cumberland County last week. So anytime they've got a runner on third and you get a walk, they try to at least create a little bit of havoc out there.
Healthy lead at first for the very speedy Fallon. He takes off. And that's taken for a called ball. I thought it was a good pitch, but it's a ball, and it's a domino stolen base for Justin Fallon.
Either a little bit high or maybe just a bit outside.
Yeah, it could have been. I looked pretty good. Regardless, it's 1-0, and now danger really brewing. Runners at second and third. Chris Worsing's on deck, and maybe the best hitter in the class, standing in the batter's box. Ledbetter kicks and deals. That one is ripped, and it is gone. Goodbye, baseball off the softball fence for Caden Shanks, and Upperman has broken it open. It's 6-0 on the 3-run jack.
Yeah, Caden Shanks, he enjoyed that one. He hit it, and he did not move out of that batter's box. Gave a little bit of a flip after it exited the ballpark, and that was a big fly for Caden Shanks, and it's now danger zone already for the Livingston Academy Wildcats. Already 6 runs across and only 1 out here in the second.
That was a no-doubter from Caden Shanks. The 3rd home run of the season for him. Ties Justin Fallon again for the team lead. That was out of most ballparks. It hit halfway up that softball fence, which is a good 20 feet behind that left field fence. Now Chris Worsing, who had an RBI single back in the first and then was thrown out as part of a double play, stands in. It's 6-0, and that danger red light blaring for the home team right now. It is all Upperman. Ledbetter's first pitch, that one's a good one for strike 1. And by the way, on the celebration, just a little note, Dawson Ledbetter, Caden Shanks, they've been friends for a long time. So just like if I had a home run off of Jacob Vinson, you're going to see me flip that bat up in the air.
As far as you can.
Just so I want to get the backstory. Those are 2 really good kids. Nothing, that's just friends being friends with each other.
I think a lot of it, too, is the celebration yesterday
for sure
that Livingston Academy had. And rightfully so. That's a huge win for them.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people expected them to have a chance in that game or win that game.
Yeah,
so
no, you earned that celebration. That one's
absolutely.
way down. They missed 1 and 2, but right now Upperman looking to have a big laugh
They're
here.
reaping the benefits of
that
that celebration now.
Here comes the 1-2. Ledbetter, he's trying to just battle in there. He's a competitor, multi-sport athlete. That one's fouled off to make it 1-2. Stays right where it is. 46 pitches now. That was a well-struck baseball by Caden Shanks. That was a no-doubter.
It's not too often that a lefty hits an oppo field shot and watches it after he swings.
That's true. The opposite field is probably the most impressive part about that. Shanks throws righty, but bats lefty and send it the other way. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball. This one rolled over, and it gets past the outstretched glove of the third baseman. Worsing going to reach first, and that's going to be an E5 out there. And the parade or carousel is on. Upperman with a runner at first and 1 out for Alec Wilson.
And a lot of them have been down that third base line. Blankenship has been kept busy. He's been unable to get in front of any of them so far. That one is first error. The first couple were very hard hit balls down the line. That one he did have a chance at out on backhand, just unable to get to it.
Now Wilson going to stand in here with a runner at first. He grounded into that double play. This one, that's a great stop by Carson Parrott to hold the runner 1-0. But right now, we said this is the first time that Upperman's had their backs against the wall, really, since the state tournament, where they were down 6-0 to Tennessee. We saw them answer back in that game, and this has been an answer. This has been an answer. This one ripped, and it's going to be a base hit for Alec Wilson. Tayshawn Hayes right to it, gets it back in quickly, but it's runners at first and second for the Bees. And it'll bring up Evan Huddleston, who had a single, a stolen base, and scored a run, and now a trip out from Jamie Loftus to have a word with Dawson Ledbetter, and maybe a change coming here for Livingston as Zach Carterman flies out and to have a word with Tayshawn Hayes. We'll wait and see here, and this is the issue you get into, as we've talked in years past, what's kind of separated Upperman from the rest of the squads in the district, the depth of pitching. Where do you go once you get past your top two? Upperman in this game has Wyatt Curtis available, the ETSU signing. They have Alec Wilson available. They have Chris Worsing available. Only one they don't is Juju Yano. For Livingston, Abe Goolsby, or Drew Goolsby, I should say, is certainly among those that you would think could get the ball. Dylan York potentially at some point, but not that depth that we see with the Bees.
Yeah, Drew Goolsby probably the first name that pops in your head. Ethan Westmoreland, another chance as well. But for Dawson Ledbetter right now, again, you're still just trying to settle down. You're trying to throw across, and that's the thing for him. He's throwing strikes. The Bees are just hitting them where they ain't right now, and that's been the big thing. You've had the two big flies to get the 4 runs across in that fashion, but they've also got a lot of base hits so far, and they're really timing up Ledbetter.
7 hits for the Bees through an inning and a third so far. See if the mound visit helped out. Ledbetter staying out there, and that's a good first pitch fastball on the outside corner for strike 1.
Yeah, I would expect him to try to work that outside part of the plate a lot here. A lot of these Bees have been early. They've been going opposite field, too, though. We saw Shanks, just saw Wilson do it.
Huddleston takes a hack at that one, fouls it back. You're just looking for outs right now if you're Dawson Ledbetter. The problem is how dominant we just saw Caden Shanks be through the top or in the bottom of the first inning. This one, it's becoming a tall mountain for the home team. Right now, Upperman is in cruise control. Ledbetter trying to battle through it here. The 0-2 pitch coming home to Huddleston. This one flared out. Could be a tough play. Campbell trying to get there, and he cannot. See how aggressive they are. The stop sign up for Worsing from Coach Shanks. And now the bases are loaded for Carson Shoup. The 8th base hit for the Bees loads them up. Evan Huddleston 2 for 2 today.
Well, another big opportunity here for Carson Shoup, who, again, you said it, been swinging it pretty well in the last 4 games.
RBI single advanced on an error back in the first inning. Stands in here for attempt number 2. And this one is rapidly approaching onslaught territory. Bases loaded with 1 out. We've seen Livingston turn 1 double play. They could really use another one. Here comes the first pitch of the AB to Shoup. Inside, close but no cigar, 1-0.
The defense appears to be fairly straight up, maybe double play depth up the middle. The corner's not necessarily, the third base a little bit in.
Blankenship glancing in, that one in on the hands of Shoup. He fouls it off to even the count up at 1. An eventful inning so far. It started. The lone out came to the leadoff man. Juju Yano lined out on a ripped shot towards Burns. Then it was triple, walk, home run, error, first base, or single. The 1-1. This one sent over. Double play potentially. Blankenship bobbles it. Looks over towards first. The throw is in time to get the runner, but a run does come across to score to make it 7-0 Upperman. We'll see how that one's scored. There we go. So an RBI for Carson Shoup on the ground out. Blankenship bobbled it to take away a potential double play, but wisely made the good throw over to first.
Yeah, and a nice job. He had a runner. He had Alec Wilson in front of him, or Chris Worsing in front of him. Or what is Alec Wilson?
It was.
Kind of running by, but it elects to go to first base to get the for sure out, and a good decision.
Ricky Allison, the 9th batter of the inning, stands in and watches ball 1 miss outside. 1-0 quickly in. That one tips off the glove of Parrott. Misses for ball 2, now 2-0, and the pitch count really getting up there. 56 now through an inning and 2/3.
And you mentioned the hits in this inning. The first out was Juju Yano, but if you'll remember, that was one of the harder hit balls in this inning. It was a rope right at second base.
2-0. This one sent over on a line, and it's self-preservation from Alec Wilson. That one angling for him upstairs. It's going to be a loud strike at 2-1.
And that is exactly why you're standing in foul territory.
Yeah, that was a shot. Get out of the way in a hurry. Make sure you're paying attention at all times. The 2-1 coming here from Ledbetter. That one misses upstairs. There is the empty base over there. Yano, though, waiting on deck. Would love an opportunity with the bases loaded.
Especially as hard as he hit it the first time up.
2-1 from Ledbetter. Breaking ball, pardon me, that's the 3-1, and it's a called strike at 3 balls, 2 strikes. That one, breaking ball, maybe a slightly generous call, but the zone's been pretty good early on here. He's had a lot of opportunities, a lot of pitches thrown so far. Here comes the 3-2 home. That one bounces in, ball 4, and the bases are loaded now once again for the Bees, and they have batted around in this half inning. It's just the second walk issued by Dawson Ledbetter. He's been in the zone for the most part. Giugiano lined out to Corbin Burns on a well-hit ball. Burns was able to make the play on it. Stands in here trying to completely break it open in the top of the second.
And for Caden Shanks, how comfortable are you now? 7 runs already across, and as well as you pitched in that first inning.
That one's right down Main Street for strike 1. The only thing you're hoping if you're Livingston is maybe the long inning cools off Shanks a little bit because he was throwing gas in the first. Ledbetter says no to the first. Now here comes the 0-1 home. That one upstairs for a ball. Parrott pops up trying to hold the courtesy runner, who's Collier Bush, over at first base for the catcher Allison. Braden Green behind him on deck, and then heading back to the top of the order for the Bees.
Goose may have a couple of shots of his year so far in baseball.
1-1 right there for a strike. 1-2. Yano, bat on his shoulder so far. Now he'll have to battle. Michael Lindsay is here. He knew we were going to have a district champion crowd tonight, so he made the good choice to come out to Livingston. Here comes the 1-2 to Yano. That one swung on, ripped over. Cotterman able to field it cleanly. Takes the easy throw to second, and that does retire the side. But Upperman strikes for 4 more, including the 3-run home run for Caden Shanks. He'll be back on the mound when we come back. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Welcome back. It seemed like a long time ago, but the last time we saw Caden Shanks on the mound, he threw 13 pitches and struck out everybody he faced in the bottom of the first inning. He's back out there in the bottom of the second, and he's got a big cushion. Upperman with a 7-0 lead, and potentially reports of Upperman's death may have been greatly exaggerated after last night's ballgame. They look really good through an inning and a half so far here tonight.
Yeah, I think the motivation has been key in this one, playing with a little bit of chip on their shoulder coming into it. We saw it with Justin Fallon, first batter of the ball game, sends one out of left field. We saw Caden Shanks in that last inning send it out to left field, and we said, with that wind, maybe it makes this field play a little bit deeper. Well, not in left field, because we've seen 2 nukes out to left field so far, and accounting for, 5 of the runs already? 4 of the runs?
We talked about how Caden Shanks could probably still get one out over right field because it's so shallow.
Right.
They just went to left field instead.
Yeah.
He took the easier route. Now, Dylan York, Dawson Ledbetter, Ryan Paul Campbell will look to just start something here for Livingston Academy. The winner of this game wins the district title and also hosts the district tournament next week. Loser will be in that second spot. And that's a big difference in the matchup. This one hit way up into the air. Justin Fallon ranges over. Now Huddleston going back. That one hops into the fence. Heading into second is Dylan York. That one was sent way up into the air. Huddleston didn't see it, I don't think, off the bat. Got a late jump, and it leads to a leadoff Livingston Regional Hospital double.
Well, every time it gets hit high up in the air like that, it just looks like one of our baby draws on the golf course. It's falling to the left, and that one, it did the same thing. And Huddleston, it kind of helped him a little bit, but just unable to get back there in time.
Now Dawson Ledbetter can help his own cause in a big way as he stands in. The sun is setting now behind us. Beautiful day for baseball outside of the wind. And Ledbetter, first pitch swinging, sends it out in the left field. Well struck, it's back. Good. Bye. Baseball. Dawson Ledbetter gets a couple of them back for Livingston, and it's 7-2.
How about that response by Dawson Ledbetter, and especially after the first inning for Caden Shanks on the mound. 2 pitches in, and 2 of them that almost cleared the fence. One of them does, and now 2 runs across.
I can hear his sister yelling from here. Allie, very excited about that one. A home run over the left field fence has Livingston back in it at 7-2, and he answers back to his buddy on the mound by giving a good stomp on the home plate when he hits it. So now Shanks has taken Ledbetter out, and Ledbetter has taken Shanks out, and it's 7-2.
Yeah, and Goosey had a great shot of it, standing right there behind home plate, so he's going to have a couple of nice ones from this. A lot of fireworks in this game.
First pitch into Ryan Paul Campbell misses upstairs, and does that give Livingston the opening that they needed to get back into it at 7-2 now? Caden Shanks trying to regain the form he had in the first inning. That one's across at the knees for a strike, 1-1. So the double for Dylan York, that one flirted with getting out of here, and then the bomb from Ledbetter, and now he revs up the fastball, 1-2.
Yeah, York just hit it to that deeper part of that left field fence as it goes straight out to center and gets very deep very quickly.
1-2. This one flared out foul, very well struck, had home run distance, but it's going to be 1-2 again to Ryan Paul Campbell. Drew Goolsby behind him as Livingston looks to rally and use that home run to build the momentum.
I don't know if there was a conversation in between innings or what for these batters, but they're absolutely timing up Shanks on the mound a lot better.
A 1-2 breaking ball blocked by rookie Allison. 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Yeah, we saw it be pretty uncompetitive in the first. It was fastball by, breaking ball in on the hands, fastball by, take a seat. A little bit different here in the second. Here comes the 2-2 home from Shanks. Fastball, this one sent out into right field. That could be extra bases if it's fair, and it is a fair ball. Just now 2 in his Holroyd, and 3 straight extra base hits for Livingston Academy, and a big flex for Ryan Paul Campbell as Livingston back in it now with a runner in scoring position and still nobody out.
Well, you just wonder if that 7-run hole is a little bit too much for this Livingston Academy team. Yeah, you've got 2 across, you've cut the deficit to 5, and they're doing exactly what they need to do. They're putting good swings on the ball. They're going to all parts of the park, and now Livingston making a little bit of a run here in the second.
It's a Livingston Regional Hospital double for Ryan Paul Campbell. He'll get a new guard for the hands to slide in somewhere. Drew Goolsby strides in, the first baseman. He's trying to avoid the strikeouts that have plagued the lower third of this lineup for Livingston. They know they got to be able to turn this lineup here and capitalize on their opportunities tonight, given the hole that they were in. First pitch, that's a fastball for a strike, 0-1. This ballpark is small, especially to the foul poles. It's playing small, and it's leading to a bunch of fireworks here so far. It's very interesting how this series sets up as the 0-1 comes home. This one, check swing. Did he offer at it? He did, but it got away on the wild pitch, and that allows Campbell to move over 90 feet away to third base. Yeah, you could see, by the way, if you just pay attention to the field umpire trying to watch, he's having to shield the sun. It's coming down right where the pitcher's starting to kind of look into the catcher. Shadow's starting to creep over the infield here. The 0-2 in. That's a fastball that gets away, but again, that short backstop really limits your opportunities to take home.
It's also got the padding on it rather than just hitting straight brick. So it kind of softens it a little bit, but it'll bounce back enough for you to make a play.
Talking about how this is an interesting series. Upperman's ballpark plays massive. This one plays the opposite, and how that just changes things and your ability to put up runs with one swing of the bat. Here comes the 1-2. Fastball outside for a ball. 2-2.
So we've seen the control a little bit off here in this second inning. When you give up hits like that, it's going to go wayward a little bit.
Here comes the 2-2 home here to Goolsby. There's the breaking ball. Called. Strike 3. The 4th Birdies Lounge strikeout. Every out recorded for Caden Shanks so far has been a punch-out. It'll bring up the designated hitter, Ethan Hooks.
Yeah, and that could be the one that kind of gets him back into the flow of things after that first inning he had where he was dealing, gives up the hits to start this inning, and now gets the strikeout. And you're also dealing with the bottom part of the lineup that have been privy to the strikeouts this season.
Had a fun baseball game so far, and we're just through over an inning and a half of action. 9 combined runs, but it is a 7-2 Bees lead. Ethan Hooks trying to change that a little bit here as he's behind the count 0-1. Shanks kicks and deals in. That's a high fastball. 1-1.
Haven't even gotten on this day in history yet.
Coming up in the third. We've got a good mix in the comment section so far. Livingston and Upperman fans, let us know who you're cheering for tonight. We welcome you in. The 1-1 breaking ball, called a strike. 1-2 dips in. The curveball's been really good so far for Caden Shanks.
Yeah, it has. He's been able to rip a couple of them off that have just been scary, especially in that first inning. Not as much here in the second, but a good one right there.
Here comes the 1-2. Long, deliberate delivery. This one's fouled off. We'll do it again. If you're watching on YouTube tonight, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you comment there as well and give us a thumbs up. Wherever you're tuning in tonight, we are here live in Overton County. Windy day, but it's 67 degrees. Here comes the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on. Maybe foul tipped. Either way, it's the fifth Birdie's Lounge strikeout already for Caden Shanks, who appears to have settled back in after getting tagged up a little bit by York, Ledbetter, and Campbell.
That was pretty good battle there as well. Hooks had been battling off a couple of those fastballs. He was looking fastball there again. Shanks goes to the breaking ball and able to get him to swing out in front of it.
And Wes Shanks coming out, having a word with rookie Allison. I'm not sure if he thought maybe he was nursing something or what was going on, but he gives him a pat on the head and then goes back. Drake Blankenship, the hero of yesterday, gave him that huge insurance run in the top of the seventh inning. It ended up being 2-0, but the psychological difference between 2-0 and 1-0, huge. He gave him a big-time run with a single into left field.
He's looking to do the same thing right here.
He is, as they try to cut it to 4. First pitch in is a fastball, called strike one at the knees, 0-1.
Yeah, and I wonder for Ricky Allison, there were a couple of those pitches that were in the dirt on back-to-back pitches. If one of those maybe got up into him.
Comes the 0-1. This one's fouled back, and Shanks goes ahead 0-2. So started the game with 3 straight punch-outs. Then you had the 3 extra base hits in a row. Now 2 straight strikeouts. Is he going to get another trifecta? We'll find out here. Blankenship knows he's got a battle as he climbs in. The 0-2 pitch from the right-hander. Breaking ball, swung on and missed. It is a Birdie's Lounge strikeout, and it's a big recovery by Caden Shanks. Livingston gets back into it with a 2-run home run by Dawson Ledbetter. We'll head to the third and have on this day in history when we come back at 7-2 Bs. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Frontier Chevrolet is ready to get you into your next vehicle and are proud to offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all vehicles below 80,000 miles. View inventory online at www.caseyschevy.com, including the brand new Chevy Trax and Traverse, or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. Remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret. With locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville, delicious pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back as we head to the top of the third inning. It is 7-2 Bs. And it's going to be a Hall of Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen for Livingston Academy. New pitcher when we come back. Don't go anywhere. From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back as we head to the third inning. It's a Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen for Livingston Academy. They give the ball to the lefty. Dylan York moves out of left field. Dawson Ledbetter goes over to first base. And Goolsby will head back into left field from first base. So far this year, Dylan York Here are his numbers.
This is just his 4th appearance on the season. He's got an 0-1 record. Dylan York has 6 innings coming into this game, a 3.50 ERA, 6 strikeouts to 10 walks, and a batting average against of 269.
And it was a little bit wild in the warm-up pitches. You can't always judge it by the warm-up pitches, but he's facing an Upperman lineup that is hammering baseballs right now. 9-1-2 due up. Braden Green, Justin Fallon, Caden Shanks. Those last two have already hit home runs, and Braden Green has a triple. 1-for-1 today with a run scored. First pitch in from Dylan York is a fastball that misses outside for ball 1. That'll close the book on Dawson Ledbetter. 7 runs on 8 hits. There were 2 errors behind him. He did strand 4 runners out there in the base paths. Couple of walks and 1 Birdie's Lounge strikeout. As that one misses low to Green, 2-0. And for York, he's going to have to be able to find the zone against this Upperman team, or they will just parade around the base paths with how they've hit it so far. Here comes the 2-0, and that one bounces a 1.5 feet in front of home plate, and it's 3-0. And the 9-hole hitter going to have the stop sign on here.
Most of his innings this year came against Smith County in a start on a rare Friday game, and he struggled in that one as well. First few innings, Smith County hit up on him pretty good, and Smith County ended up winning that game. I think it was 8-0.
And it's ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to open up the outing. Braden Green heads down to first, and Justin Fallon, who has walked and hit a solo home run to open the game. He scored 2 runs. He has a stolen base, and he will stand in here. And we will have on this day in history in the middle of this inning. We'll bring it back in the bottom of the 3rd. Got a pitching change. That kind of throws the wrinkle in there. We'll have trivia in the 4th. I'm on a heater on trivia. Missed 1 all year so far. Let's see if it's a fair question or not. And there's a good pitch from Dylan York as he fires it in there for strike 1 at the knees.
I personally think they're always fair.
Okay, we are all in agreement that one that I missed was ridiculous.
I don't make them up.
You shouldn't have picked that one, though. And we all know it. Here comes the 0-1 instead of throw over. Braden Green back in plenty of time. Not a huge threat to steal over there at first. He has 1 so far this year. And then I would say he wasn't a huge threat to hit a triple. He did that back in the 2nd inning. Good young baseball player as the 0-1 bounces in, and now he will head over to second on the wild pitch. And another runner in scoring position for the Bees.
Oh, we also didn't think Carson Shoup was a base-stealing threat. We saw him do that against Cumberland County. He's still 3rd.
That's true.
In the first game against the Jets.
1-1 here to Fallon, who was playing with his hair on fire here recently, coming back from injury, making a commitment to Tennessee Tech. And Matt Braga's getting a good one in a couple of years. Here comes the 1-1. And he sends this one for a base hit. See how aggressive Upperman is. Just now 2 at his Goolsby. The stop sign is on. And there's a little bit of a development that Upperman's been wanting to see. They've been run into several outs so far this year. That time they don't. Smart move by Wes Shanks to send the stop sign up. And it's runners at the corners with nobody out for Caden Shanks, who already is 2 for 2. 3-run homer to opposite field, left field, back in the 2nd.
That's the biggest reason you hold Braden Green up there. First of all, you don't need that to run. Second of all, you have Caden Shanks coming to the plate and nobody out yet.
Big lead for Fallon. He is a huge stealing threat. He'll stay put for now. Good first pitch from Dylan York across for strike 1. And that's a key against Caden Shanks. You got to get ahead in the count, be able to mix up your pitches. Noise from that Upperman dugout. Here comes the 0-1 from York. Fallon takes off. Now he will go back on the fake steal. It's a ball 1-1. Didn't get a great jump. Not sure if that was the design or not, but he pulls back into first.
I don't know if he just slipped up maybe a little bit in the dirt. Cotterman is playing pretty close to second base, so they may try a throw down. You've got to bring Green over at 3rd.
You got a left-handed pitcher, so he's looking right at him to hold him closer. He takes off this time, and this is a hit and run, and it's foul.
Not by much.
About a foot over that right field line. That was a good jump for Fallon. This is the defensive alignment you want if you're Livingston. Lefty on the mound to hold him. You got Parrott behind the dish with the great arm, and then Cotterman there to the great shortstop as well if you're trying to catch somebody. A 1-2 coming here. Runner stays put. This one sent way up into the air. Into foul territory. May come to us. I got it.
Oh,
it
we really might.
On top of us.
It probably popped
and
up
now
on the
it
screen.
Just came back down. It is 1-2. I would have caught it, by the way. I was ready.
I had the hands out.
Upperman with a 7-2 lead. Runners at the corners with nobody out. They have been all over the base path so far in this baseball game. Dylan York trying to record an out of the toughest out in the lineup, Caden Shanks, at the plate. Chris Worsing behind him, and now after a long look in, Shanks calls time to reset. Climbs back in quickly now. Dylan York, the lefty, in his first inning of work. Sends one, and that swung on and missed in the dirt for strike 3. Fallon takes off on the domino stolen base, but a good job by Dylan York to record the first out of the inning.
Well, it at least accomplished Justin Fallon moving up to second base in the process, and now you have 2 runners in scoring position for Chris Worsing.
Chris Worsing stands in, and he has reached in both appearances. An RBI single in the first, reached an error in the second, came around to score then. With 1 out, York delivers in this pitch. Fouled off the plate and then back off the bat, 0-1. York appears to settle in just a little bit. He had the 4-pitch walk to Green. Now he's been able to mix up the pitches a bit more in those locations. Runners at second and third, Green and Fallon. Here comes the 0-1. This one set opposite field, but it's going to go foul. If you want a place to come for your first high school homer, may I recommend Pat Swallow's Field. Chris Worsing looking for his first one of his career. He's going to have several of them once he gets a little bit stronger over the offseason in the weight room.
A little more of an upswing.
Here comes the 0-2 home. This one waved at and missed back-to-back Birdie's Lounge strikeouts for Dylan York. Trying to put up the first 0 of the day for Livingston defensively. Alec Wilson stands in with 2 in scoring position.
Yeah, he's had to do it against the top of the lineup as well. It's not like he's doing it to 6, 7, 8, 9. He started with Braden Green, who was able to work the 4-pitch walk, and then it was Justin Fallon and Caden Shanks. And he's gotten back-to-back strikeouts on Shanks and Worsing.
And both pitches were in the dirt, so Upperman not picking it up out of the hand of Dylan York as it's 1-0.
And that's probably a big thing right now for Livingston Academy is they had Dawson Ledbetter timed up like crazy in that first couple of innings. And so they're just trying to throw something different out there. And probably a big reason why you didn't see Goolsby come in as he is also a righty.
This one rolled over. York able to jump up and grab it. Now runs over, flips to first in time. From 2 on with nobody out to nobody across in the inning. We'll head to the bottom half of the third. It's still 7-2 Upperman. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student-athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Top of the order, due up for Livingston as we head to the bottom of the third in a 7-2 ball game. District title on the line tonight. It's time for On This Day in History with Jacob Benson.
Let's go back to 1939. Ted Williams makes his debut for the Boston Red Sox and went 4 for 5 with a home run. However, the Red Sox fell to Philadelphia 12-8.
The top of the order for Livingston, trying to be more competitive this time. All went down swinging on 13 pitches back in the first to open up the batting order for Livingston. It's Zach Cotterman, Carson Parrott, and Tayshawn Hayes. Cotterman will climb in first. It was that 4-5-6 for LA. Double, home run, double. That's been all the offense so far against Caden Shanks.
And they were first pitch swinging in that second inning. First couple of pitches that happened.
Wow.
Easy for me
that
to say.
6 that's impressive. First pitch fouled back by Cotterman as he was first pitch swinging again, 0-1. Trying to time up that high velocity of the flamethrower right-hander out of Baxter. Here comes the 0-1 home. And that one is right down Main Street, probably about 90 miles an hour, 0-2. And this is where he is at his most dangerous. Throw that curveball, fastball if he wants to, 0-2. And there's the curveball. That was a great pitch. Called a ball, 1-2.
No idea where that missed.
That was a perfect pitch. 1-2 comes in. That one's fouled off, and Cotterman got to get a jail-free card. I think he thought he was about to be struck. He kind of put his head down.
He kind of leaned back because he was backing out of the way of the curveball. It curved back in. And
that was a great pitch. Here comes the 1-2 home to Cotterman. That one definitely missed. 2-2. We've seen that. We saw that yesterday change the complexion of maybe the entire game in the bottom of the sixth. crazy call. There comes
a lot of crazy calls yesterday.
The 2-2. This one rolled over. Shoop ranges into foul territory and just flips over to Shanks as we will do it again. Cotterman will come back with a 2-2 count.
Yeah, like you said, have a much more consistent zone and an actual strike zone today.
And that was the first one that was a real head scratcher that we've had.
I'll give them one or two. Most umpires are going to have them.
40 pitches so far for Caden Shanks. 29 have been strikes. Here comes the 2-2, breaking ball. And we run full, 3-2, so you get a little bit of a gifted 0-2, and able to battle back now and run it full.
He's using it so far.
Absolutely. Carson Parrott wants the table set. Here comes the 3-2 to Cotterman. That one ripped over, but it's right at Alec Wilson for the 3 unassisted, and that's the first out of the inning.
Good battle. Caden Shanks struggling to find the strike zone with the breaking ball. Well, after the pitch that he threw that we thought was across in the zone, but still a good battle, able to get it across close enough, but not close enough for Cotterman to do something good with.
First out of the game for Upperman defensively, that was not a strikeout for Caden Shanks. Carson Parrott climbs in for attempt number 2. First one is across a fastball for strike 1.
Yeah, the first time the defense had to do something.
Alec Wilson was up to the task. Upperman likes this defensive formation. You maybe change up just a couple of things. Of course, with Caden Shanks going to shortstop is the 0-1. That one's across at the knees. Quickly ahead, 0-2. Parrott will have to battle in here with Worsing out there in right field and Shanks at short and Yano at second. Probably their best formation. You see that when Wyatt Curtis goes to the mound. Here comes the 0-2. Fastball called. Strike 3. The 7th Birdie's Lounge strikeout of the game for Caden Shanks.
Yeah, and Carson Parrott was upset with himself on that one. He was watching it the whole way, just couldn't get himself to pull the trigger, and he's obviously upset with himself going to the dugout.
Second backwards K of the day for Shanks. Tayshawn Hayes struck out swinging his first appearance, stands in here for crack number 2. Upperman with a busy week. Livingston with a busy week coming up. First pitch, breaking ball's in there for strike 1, tipped off the glove of rookie Allison. Upperman, Thursday night, they welcome in the Coffee County Red Raiders, and then Saturday, really an interesting game as the Station Camp Bison come to Baxter to take on the Bees.
Yeah, Livingston will get Warren County on Friday.
0-1 fastball set up and out of play into foul territory, and Shanks looking right at another 1-2-3 inning. Outside of that burst of 3 straight extra base hits, he has been completely dominant in this game.
And it was funny. It was all early on in counts. It just seemed like they came out and said, you know what, we're going to swing at the first pitch. We don't care where it is. And a good couple of pitches to do it on.
The 0-2 coming to Tayshawn Hayes. He'll call time as it took a second to get the call into Shanks. Of course, both these teams going with the pitch comm, so you have a coach in the dugout giving in the signs or the call to the pitcher's ear or the catcher's ear. Here comes the 0-2, breaking ball. Good job by Hayes to lay off, and we'll do it again at 1-2.
Yeah, it sounded like Livingston was having a little bit of trouble with theirs yesterday, and that could just be the length of the foul territory that you have to get that pitch count out to the catcher at.
1-2 coming here from Caden Shanks to Hayes. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Another Birdie's Lounge strikeout, the 8th of the afternoon through 3 innings of work for Caden Shanks. We'll have trivia when we come back in a 7-2 ball game. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Winner of this game wins the regular season district title and hosts the District 7 AAA tournament starting next Wednesday. The loser will be the second seed and have a little bit of a more difficult road through that tournament. It's 7-2 Upperman. Dylan York back to work when we get back to action. But first, it's time for trivia with Jacob Vincent.
What American League MVP hit only 35 home runs during his career? You ready for the options?
Yes.
Roger Clemens, Don Baylor, Nellie Fox, or Roger Maris? Once again, what American League MVP hit only 35 home runs during his career? Roger Clemens, Don Baylor, Nellie Fox, or Roger Maris?
Hit 35. Not allowed 35.
Hit 35 home runs.
35. Okay. That's an important note, especially for one of those options.
Yes. And I will put it in the comments.
There we go. We're in the top half of the fourth inning here in Livingston, and it's 5-6-7 due up. Huddleston, Shoup, and Allison. The first time that Livingston's had an opportunity not guaranteed to face the big bats at the top of the order for Upperman. We'll see what they can do. Evan Huddleston, though, has had a big bat today as he's 2 for 2 with 2 singles, a run scored, and a stolen base. And the first pitch bounces in to make it 1-0.
Yeah, and for Huddleston, it's a welcome sight, especially after the game that he had yesterday, which Carson Parrott was tremendous on the mound yesterday. Nobody played well at the plate yesterday for the Bees.
Here comes the 1-0. Quite frankly, nobody really played great at the plate for either team
anybody.
a day ago. It's now 2-0 and 2 wild pitches to open up the inning here for Dylan York. He's trying to lean into that effectively wild talk, which worked. We saw Ledbetter be really in the zone and Upperman able to time it up. Here comes the 2-0. That one bounces in again. 3 straight ones in the dirt to make it 3-0.
And we saw this the first time against Braden Green. He allowed him on, but then he kind of settled in after that, and he struck out a couple of really big bats in this lineup.
3-0 pitch coming here to Evan Huddleston. Of course, the younger brother to Eli Huddleston, the reigning Mr. Baseball in Class 3A. The 3-0 misses up. Oh, never mind. Called a strike, 3-1. That gets the ooh from the Upperman fans beneath us in attendance.
Kind of new from you.
That was a ooh. I was about to say ball 4. The zone's getting a little more interesting here in the middle innings. Here comes the 3-1. This one rolled over. Could be a tough play. Ranging to his left to field it cleanly. And now a throw over to beat him by half a step. That's a good job by the corner infielders here for Livingston Academy. Going over to his left, Drake Blankenship makes a good throw to record the out.
That was a really good stretch there by Dawson Ledbetter as well. Had to use all of his frame to get there and able to get the out.
Carson Shoup today, 1 for 2, 2 RBIs. He has not scored a run. One of the only Bees to not have scored so far in this game. First out of the inning recorded. A little check swing. He offered at it, so it's going to be a strike 0-1. Shoup going to stand in here with rookie Allison behind him. Fox trying to work another clean inning. That one misses inside for a ball, 1-1. We saw trouble early, a walk and a single, but then he went strikeout, ground out to strand the runners in scoring position and put the first goose egg on the board. And that one's across in the outside corner for a strike 1-2. So after a lot of action in the first 2 innings, 0-0 in the third. A 1-2 pitch coming in. Breaking ball didn't quite dip back in and evens the count up at 2.
It's a lot of really good smells at this Livingston Academy ballpark.
We're right above the concession stand. And we get a whiff of stuff sometimes. This one's sent over a long way for Burns to go, and it tips off his glove. And that'll be another error, the third of the game for Livingston defensively, allows Shoup to reach first.
Yeah, and he got there in time, just kind of stabbed at it at the last second instead of trying to get his body in front of it, knocking it down and watching it into the glove. Just kind of stabbed at it on the way by. And it really feels like a play that he could have made.
Rookie Allison struck out and walked so far. Stands in here for attempt number 3, but his first meeting against Dylan York out there on the mound. First pitch swinging here. This could be double play potentially. Burns goes up to tag. Shoup for 1. Throws the first in time. The second double play turned by Livingston defensively. And Dylan York has worked 2 scoreless innings on the mound. Livingston looking to get back into it, trailing by 5. We'll have the answer to our trivia question when we come back. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant and the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Loading the kids in the car, brokering peace in the back seat, mastering the snack handoff without even looking. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. We work with independent agents who keep insurance simple, so you can worry about more important things, like figuring out what's growing in that cup holder. That's simple human sense.
Visit swallowsinsurance.com or call us today, 931-526-4025. Protecting your future. It's what we do.
Frontier Chevrolet is ready to get you into your next vehicle and are proud to offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all vehicles below 80,000 miles. View inventory online at www.caseyschevy.com, including the brand new Chevy Trax and Traverse, or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. Remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye.
Welcome back. Caden Shanks has been very good with the exception of the first three that he has to face here in the bottom of the fourth. It is Dylan York, Dawson Ledbetter, Ryan Paul Campbell due up for LA, trailing 7-2. But first, let's get to our trivia question and answer with Jacob.
What American League MVP hit only 35 home runs during his career? Your options: Roger Clemens, Don Baylor, Nellie Fox, or Roger Maris.
I'm guessing Nellie Fox.
You are correct. Nellie Fox, he won the 1959 MVP. He hit 306, 2 home runs, 70 runs driven in. Big number for him. He only struck out 216 times in 19 years. He only struck out as many as 18 times in one season.
Did I cheat?
No, you did not.
Are we starting to believe now?
That one was a little easier. You could take out Roger Clemens.
I'm just
you could
saying,
take out Roger Maris.
So these guys were hating on me all week. All week last week, talking about how I was cheating at trivia. I've only missed one question all season. I don't have to cheat. I'm just good. Action in the bullpen for Upperman, and it is Wyatt Curtis, the lefty ETSU signee who has been dominant in his recent outings. Quite frankly, they took him out against CPA so he would be available to pitch in this game if they needed him, as the first pitch misses outside here to Dylan York. And that is the strength of this Upperman team that Wes Shanks has. He can go from D1 to D1.
Well, and for Upperman, you could do the same thing in this game as that you did against CPA on Saturday to save Kane Shanks possibly for Saturday against a really good station camp team if you pull him here and save his pitches.
He's at 51. You keep him under 75. He could come out as the 2-0 pitch is ripped over. Long way to go for Yano, and he can't quite get the glove on. It would have been a very tough play to make. So it's going to be an infield single for Dylan York. He's 2 for 2 today. Sets the table for Dawson Ledbetter, who was first pitch swinging and hit it over the left field fence back in his first AB.
Yeah, his second home run of the season. Both of them have come here in Livingston. First one against Clay County earlier this season. And especially with the wind the way that it is blowing right now, helping a little bit out to left, but he put a good charge into it, and helps when you got a fastball thrower throwing 90 on the mound as well.
First pitch in is that breaking ball, so he sent the fastball in first. Shanks getting loose out there. Or pardon me, Curtis getting loose out there in foul territory in right field. Shanks kicks and deals the 1-0 to Ledbetter. He tried to turn on this one, sends it foul, and we'll do it again at 1-1.
I always thought it was interesting that teams schedule games 2 days before the district tournament gets underway, as Upperman will play Mount Juliet on Monday on the road.
It's interesting. Here comes the 1-1 breaking ball. Didn't quite fall off the table. 2-1. Ledbetter ducked out of the way. We've seen a few hitters do that on pitches that come back in close to the zone.
We'll get going on Wednesday, and obviously the winner of this game will be hosting those.
Look in and fake steal, and that's a fastball right there. Now throw behind the runner. We've seen rookie Allison do that a lot this year. Pitch is in there for strike 2. You know, I think that you have the catch-22 of obviously you don't want to use a pitcher that you would need to use, but you want to keep your bats in rhythm. You want to make sure you're playing those games. So I don't mind the one game that week. Here comes the 2-2 home. Breaking ball dips away, and now we run full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dylan York's at first after the leadoff single.
Here's a question for you.
Okay.
It's only a 6-team district this year.
It is.
How's that change?
It is a straight-up double elimination tournament.
There you go.
No buys. You have first place 6, and you work your way down. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, fouled back, and I say that's what I've been told by people who know, and every year where I think I know how a tournament's going to go, they change it.
Yeah, because, of course, last year and in the last couple of years when they've had 7 teams, they have the play-in.
Let's put it this way. I've been told definitively by 2 coaches in the district that that's how this district tournament works. So here comes the 3-2. Fastball. This one's rolled over. Wilson able to flip for 1. Tags the bag. Throws down to second. Not in time as York able to slide in there.
Did you see Juju at the end of there? He
tried
to
fake
with a little hidden ball trick.
York was privy to it. Here comes Ryan Paul Campbell with a runner in scoring position. And if you're Livingston here in the bottom of the fourth,
Scrape another run across. You get back into it just a little bit at a time after trailing 7-0. Campbell had a double but was left stranded at third back in the second. Yeah, and that's I know meetings happen and tournaments change. So it's not the gospel. We know in basketball how it went in this district is that fastball catches the outside corner. In basketball, you had the top two teams get that first round bye, and then teams play from there. So 0-1 coming here. Shanks with a glance back, and now he'll deliver in. Another fastball fouled back by Campbell. 0-2.
Of course, you had the wild changes in the region tournament, then the 3-game sectional now as well. Best of 3 sectional.
That's another difference between basketball and baseball.
Yep.
Of course, 2 teams get out of the district as opposed to 4 in basketball. 61 pitches for Caden Shanks. So we'll see if they're trying to keep him under 75. It's getting close to that time. Couple of checks back on the 0-2. That breaking ball, another batter dives out of the way of one that got closer than it looked like it was going to be out of the hands.
I think that one was going to be pretty close and then fortunately broke away.
1-2 coming here. High leg kick for Shanks. He revved up that fastball. Misses upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes with a runner on second and 1 out.
Up to 63 pitches, so if you want to save him for the weekend, this will probably be his final inning.
And that's the catch-22 if you're Wes Shanks and that coaching staff right now. In a game that's only a 5-run game, we've seen the fireworks. There's a breaking ball. Misses upstairs. If you take him out and you lose this game and you lose the district and you got to come to Livingston to play next week,
that's true.
That's a tough pill to swallow.
Weiker's a pretty darn good relief guy to come in, though.
That's a good point. Here comes the 3-2. That one sent way up into the air. It's in the field of play. Yano trying to find it against the setting sun. He does so for the second out of the inning. A good battle from Ryan Paul Campbell, but ultimately goes down on the fly out. Drew Goolsby struck out looking. His first appearance stands in here for crack number 2. Yeah, you could go from a Division I signee right-hander that throws 90 to a Division I signee left-hander that throws 90. That's a pretty good 1-2 punch if you're Wes Shanks.
Yeah, and he's got a 4-seam, a 2-seam, and then a breaking ball that also moves all kinds of movement on it. So it's you can really go with whoever you want.
Shanks delivers in the first pitch breaking ball in there for strike 1 at 0-1. 65 pitches now, so 10 away from that, bumping up against that number of 75. The 0-1 fastball. This one's sent over towards Carson Shoup. Fields it cleanly, loads up, and he bobbled it. It's going to be an E5. And Livingston with extra life here. The first error of the game on Upperman defensively. Just didn't get the transfer clean, and now an opportunity for Ethan Hooks.
Yeah, he went down, and you said he fielded it cleanly. It looked like it went into the glove. I think when he came up, when he brought his head up to look where the runner was, is where he lost it. He didn't quite have it as cleanly as he thought, and when he tried to go to that right hand.
This is the 40th error of the season for Upperman defensively. They've had an error problem out there. York claps his hands together a couple of times at second base. First pitch fastball misses outside to Hooks. He struck out swinging in his first appearance. And now we're about to figure out what the strategy is for Upperman. 69 pitches for Caden Shanks. 6 away from that 75 mark. Here comes the 1-0. Fastball, this one sent over. Long way to go, but Worsing gets there. The freshman shows off the range. And Alec Wilson gives the little shush sign as he heads off, as they strand 2 runners out there on the base paths for Livingston Academy. We'll head to the 5th. It's still 7-2. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Feel
Dylan York back to work. He's put up a couple of zeros. There's been a little bit of traffic in both innings, but he's been that effectively wild here in relief, Jacob, and it was turning into a peanut gallery out there, shooting balls all over the place for Upperman. That has slowed down a little bit, but it's 8-9-1 due up here in the top of the fifth.
Yeah, they really timed up Dawson Ledbetter. They have not been able to time up York other than the few times that they've gotten on base has really been the walks. It's been those 4-pitch walks, and then he's kind of settled in. He's gotten ahead into some of these counts. He's gotten a few strikeouts, and he was doing it against the top of the lineup as well.
It's interesting because it's just ingrained in Upperman to swing away. I'm not sure if Dylan York has thrown 3 straight strikes compared to balls, and all these they've been swinging at stuff in the dirt. If you're not better suited, you just stand there if you're Upperman and make him throw strikes. But right now, he's doing a great job of mixing it up. He's got that now sub-3 ERA on the season. He's had limited appearances. He's making the most of this one and keeping his team in a game at 7-2 with big district implications.
Yeah, and you'd love to see their top of the lineup get back up there and have a chance against.
Well, speaking of timing it up, Juju Yano timed up that one, sends it on a line into left field, and that got away in left field. That's going to allow him to move up on the error in the second. A single and advancing on the 4th error of the game is Juju Yano.
Yeah, and he roped it out to left field. It would have been a single no matter what, like you said. And so he advances up to second base, and I think it must have just squirted through the legs out there in left of Drew Goolsby.
A day after only having 2 base hits the entire game, Upperman has 10 now through 4+. And Braden Green has reached twice. He hit a triple to center field, came around to score a run, and he has walked so far.
Brandon Green would have flirted with his second career home run if it were at another park.
Yeah, and if the wind wasn't whipping so bad, that kept it in a good bit.
I say career because the first one was at the JV level.
As that one bounces in for a 1-0. He walked on 4 pitches, and now Justin Fallon, who has been swinging a very good bat, looming on deck with Caden Shanks behind him. Those two have each hit home runs in this game. Dawson Ledbetter's hit one for Livingston. That wind propelling things over that left field fence. And Green rips another one. This one in the left field and takes a very awkward hop. And there's nothing Goolsby can do with that one. Green going to pull into second. And that's going to be a South Willow Auto Clinic double. The second extra base hit of the day for Braden Green. Another RBI. His first RBI of the day, RBI number 2 of the year. And the first one, that was an error. That one bounced off something in the outfield and shot straight up into the air.
I don't know if there are sprinkler heads out there in the outfield or what, but that absolutely hit a rock or a sprinkler head or a hard dirt patch because it rocketed up over the head of Goolsby.
Those are the kind of bounces that I get on the golf course. Just unfortunate
the
bounces.
Speed boost.
And Fallon was trying to park one on the softball field that time.
Again.
0-1. Yeah, that was yesterday. I hit one that just bounced off a rock and went into the trees. It was great. I loved it. 0-1 coming here.
Can't believe they put that rock there.
That was really unfair. Green at second after another extra base hit. How about this day for Braden Green? A triple, a walk, and an RBI double. Not too shabby for that young man today.
Yeah, he's really taken advantage of the opportunity, especially here in this 9 spot. He has been huge, flipping it back to Justin Fallon.
York trying to battle in the 1-1. He's been in all sorts of traffic out there, worked through it. That's the first run he surrendered. And it's came after the single and the error and then the double. And now Fallon trying to completely break the game open, back to a 6-run lead. Upperman's led by as many as 7 when it was 7-0. The 2-1 coming here, a glance back. Pitch in. This one's rolled over. Cotterman a long way to go. He gets to it, rolling to his left, a throw over. And now they'll call a stoppage. The field umpire asking the home plate. I think he was safe. Yeah, it came off the bag. I actually think Fallon beat him there. Rule that one a single, as that was going to be a very impressive play by Zach Cotterman. They say Ledbetter's foot came off the bag. I actually think Fallon just beat him down there. And now runners at the corners for Caden Shanks.
What I do like about that, though, is he's asking the home plate umpire what he thought. And he's got a good view of it. And
we talk about that all the time. This is a very tough place for that field umpire.
Oh, it's awful, especially a plate at first.
The home plate umpire has a better view, so that's good umpiring there. And they award the base. Fallon's at first. Green is at third. Shanks today, a single, run scored, stolen base, 3-run home run, and then a strikeout. 2 for 3. He's pitching very well on the other side. Been completely in control outside of one quick burst. Fallon with a healthy lead. First pitch into Shanks. Delayed steal, and it'll be a domino stolen base on no throw down for Justin Fallon. Second stolen base of the day for him. He now has 8 on the year. Pitch was a strike in on the hands to Caden Shanks. York kicks in, deals the 0-1. This one sent way up into the air. Long way to go for Ryan Paul Campbell. He is under it in deep center field, makes the catch, runners tagging, and it will be an RBI sac fly for Caden Shanks. Upperman has tied its largest lead. It's 9-2.
And the way he hit that one, I thought he had a chance for a second, but again, it is very, very deep out there in center. That was also straight into the wind, so it held it up, and you've got it to the deepest part of the park out there and towards that right center gap, but deep enough to bring in a run, and you move Fallon up to third base as well.
First pitch into Chris Worsing, misses upstairs. Today he has an RBI single, reaching an error, and has struck out. RBI number 4 of the day for Caden Shanks. That gives him up to 26 on this season. The 1-0, that one gets away. And again, this short backstop really works to the defense's advantage as the runners hold serve.
Well, you could also see Justin Fallon kind of trying to get into the head of York on the mound. He was stomping his feet as he's coming down the line, and then he just kind of came to a stop because, like you said, it's a short backstop, so unless it caroms off to the right or the left, he's not really going to have a chance to score.
2-0 to Worsing. He sends this one into foul territory. Alec Wilson behind him as Upperman now back up to tying their largest lead at 9-2. And they want to add 3 more and leave no doubt tonight. Livingston knows they got to stop the bleeding immediately here. Here comes the 2-1 to Worsing. That one waved out and missed. Good pitch that time. The diving fastball, and it's 2-2.
Interested to see who they bring out in the bottom of the 5th.
Will it be Caden Shanks or will it be Wyatt Curtis?
Could depend on how many runs get up here.
It certainly could.
In this inning.
The 2-2 coming. York delivers in. That one bounces. Good block by Carson Parrott. Wyatt Curtis is standing in the dugout right now. He's not stretching. He's not throwing. So we'll see. Caden Shanks is over there as well.
Yeah, I don't know if you go away from your number 1.
I think it's tough with the stakes in this one. You can lose station camp, and it doesn't affect you anything
right.
other than an overall record. Here comes the 3-2. This one flared out by Worsing, and we will do it again. Good battle developing here between Dylan York and Chris Worsing.
Yeah, this is a tremendous battle. It's a 3-2 count, and now working it for the second time. York has been in and around the zone for the most part. Worsing has fouled off a couple of pitches that he hasn't liked.
3-2 payoff pitch coming home. This one went chasing at that one upstairs, but he stays alive, able to foul it back.
Yeah, they just wanted a better one he could handle. You don't want to walk.
Braden Green has scored in this inning. Justin Fallon is 90 feet away for Upperman. We've got one out here in the top of the 5th inning in Livingston. York, deep breath, now delivers in another 3-2. Worsing flares this one in right field. Hayes trying to get there, and he cannot. It's going to be an RBI single for Chris Worsing, and Upperman's into double digits. It's 10-2 for the Bees.
That's a really good piece of hitting there by Chris Worsing, and again, he's the single machine. Over 83% of his hits on the season have been singles, but he brings home another run. It's not like he's not bringing home runs. I think that's his 18th run driven in on the season since he's got 2 today.
It is 18 RBIs. His average now maybe back to 400. It's close. He's been hovering that line. He's at 392 entering today, and now he's 2 for 4. Alec Wilson is 1 for 3 with a single. A couple of ground outs. There's a check swing he offered, but it's a stolen base. He was taken off. Chris Worsing pulls into second. A domino stolen base. Pitch got away from Parrott, and wild pitch. Now Alec Wilson knows he put something in the outfield. On the ground, probably scores another run. Upperman brought 3 across in this inning after a couple of scoreless ones. That one misses inside. 1-1. Now Dylan York in relief, up to 47 pitches thrown. The 1-1. That one looked like Wilson was swinging the entire time. Comes up empty-handed, and it's 1-2.
He was looking to park one himself.
Haven't seen Alec Wilson send one out very often.
This would be the field to do it in.
This would be the one on this day as well, with that wind carrying it out to left. Here comes the 1-2. He sends this one, takes an awkward hop where the infield meets the grass, and a good throw over from Zach Cotterman as the runner advances on the ground out. And now, standing in is Evan Huddleston with another runner 90 feet away.
That's not an easy play there by Cotterman. And the runners for the Bees are doing a good job as well. They're kind of pausing in front of it to try to take it off the eye of Cotterman, but Cotterman doing a good job. You said it, right on that outfield grass, able to glove it, make a good throw, and get Wilson in time.
Yeah, that one was driven straight down where the backstop meets that grass in the infield and took a weird hop into the air, but Cotterman read it well. First pitch misses inside, blocked up by Carson Parrott, 1-0. I bet Parrott's arm is tired. Firing back over and over again after what he did yesterday.
Over 100 pitches.
I don't know what sound just came out of the Upperman dugout, but that was hilarious.
Well,
that's a 2-0.
There is a massive bird's nest on top of the first base line light pole. I don't know if it was an
thought
actual
that came
bird
out
or
of the
not, but
dugout.
it sure sounded like it came out of the
if,
dugout.
If that was a bird, then we got to run. We have a problem. A 2-0's coming here to Huddleston. This one ripped. Cotterman ranges over. Tries to make the throw off his back foot. It's not in time, and it's an RBI single for Evan Huddleston, and the onslaught continues for Upperman. They've now broken it open to a 9-run game. It's 11-2.
That would have been one heck of a throw. It already was one heck of a throw by Cotterman, just unable to get there in time, and obviously Huddleston with a good amount of speed. And now you've got Shupu, one of the hottest batters in the lineup right now at the plate.
Shoop stands in here. Huddleston with lots of speed. We've seen Upperman just take bases at the ease. They take off again. Now Parrott going to try and throw down. Not in time. This one gets into the outfield, and Huddleston stays back. That was a good backup by Ryan Paul Campbell in the outfield, but it's another domino stolen base, the second of the day for Evan Huddleston.
Yeah, if Campbell doesn't get that one, Huddleston is over at third base and a really good chance to get that 12th run across and make it a 10-point lead.
9-run game. I suspect you're going to see Wyatt Curtis in the bottom half of this inning. I've been wrong before, but we'll see. The 1-0, that one misses outside, 2-0. And if it gets to 10, I'd bet a lot of money you're going to see Wyatt Curtis in the bottom of this 5th inning. So they would have both of them available on Saturday.
And to keep Curtis fresh.
The 2-0. Shoop rolls this one. Is it fair or foul? It's a fair ball. Over to it is the third baseman. Throw. That is a great play, but the throw gets away. Is he out? He's out.
He is out.
Wow. Wasn't sure about the signal from the umpire. That was a tremendous play by the third baseman, Drake Blankenship, to move to his right and make an accurate throw on the run to retire the side. But Upperman has broken it open. It's an 11-2 game, and it is Caden Shanks back to the bump when we come back. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Frontier Chevrolet is ready to get you into your next vehicle and are proud to offer a lifetime powertrain warranty on nearly all vehicles below 80,000 miles. View inventory online at www.caseychevy.com, including the brand new Chevy Trax and Traverse, or stop in at 2350 Cookeville Highway today. Remember, don't buy till you see Jason Fye. Delicious Pan Pizza is Domino's best-kept secret, with locations in Smithville, Sparta, Livingston, Allgood, and 2 in Cookeville. Delicious pan and hand-tossed pizza, pasta, and more is never far away. Use the Domino's app to take care of your game day eats today. Domino's is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back. So we wondered, and maybe we were just blowing hot air, not sure if they were going to bring Caden Shanks. Well, true. If they were going to bring Caden Shanks back out or not, try to save him maybe under 75 pitches. It is Caden Shanks back out here, which now leads us to believe this is his ball game. Upperman with an 11-2 lead. Livingston knows if they want to win the regular season district title, they need a ferocious rally, and it's 9-1-2 due up in this half of the Wildcats.
I want to formally apologize to Drake Blankenship for the awful camera work I had there. I didn't give him a chance to make that play, and he made that play. That was one heck of a play.
It was a great play.
And
I apologize for not being sure he made the throw because the umpire pointed like it was out of play.
He was asking for time to get help from home plate again.
Okay.
And so we
makes
saw it
more
early
sense.
on
I was
as
very
well.
Confused.
Yeah.
Regardless, it was a great play by Drake
It was tremendous.
Blankenship.
It was a great
Who's
throw.
now
It
at
was
the plate.
way deep he had to all go into foul territory.
He struck out swinging in his first appearance. The first pitch is a fastball from Shanks that was close, but it missed outside, 1-0. And I hear another Shanks in the crowd letting the umpire hear about it just a little bit on that one. Here comes the 1-0. That one fouled back, 1-1.
It was outside. He's been good today.
There's just been one wild one.
Yeah.
And you said you give him one, so there we go. That'll work. Shanks towing the rubber. Blankenship climbs back in. Here comes the 1-1. That one right there for a strike. Little check swing. And right now for Caden Shanks, he's up to 8 Birdie's Lounge punch-outs. Didn't have any, though, in that 4th inning. Had all of them through 3. There's just been one moment of weakness in this entire outing. Here comes the 1-2. That one swung on and missed, and it is Birdie's Lounge strikeout number 9 on the day. It'll bring up Zach Cotterman. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out. The top 3 in the lineup, which are usually so lethal for Livingston, a combined 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts in this ball game tonight.
Yeah, and it's been Caden Shanks. There we saw with Carson Parrott yesterday with the 12 strikeouts. Shanks was doing it himself here, and 8 of them through those first 3 innings.
First pitch swinging. This one poked over, and now that will be that base hit for the top 3. Zach Cotterman just able to flick it out there, sticks the bat out, and makes enough contact. He'll head to first. Plenty of speed there for Carson Parrott as they try to claw back into it.
Yeah, and Carson Parrott was really upset with himself the last time he came up to the plate. He watched one on the outside corner, called for a strike. He went down looking, and so he's going to be coming up here with a little bit of a chip on his shoulders. They're going to try to get back into this 9-run deficit.
Final score tonight, Clay County falls against Gordonsville. The Tigerettes now 20-5 on softball action this year. The reigning champs, there's a great pickoff move, but back in time is Cotterman. Caden Shanks maybe has the best pickoff move that we've seen this year.
He hits is really good, too.
That's true. They both have really good ones. Now another one is, we mentioned the speed of Cotterman. You got to run at your own peril, though, against this Upperman team with rookie Allison behind the dish. Another long look over as Cotterman takes his lead.
He's 10 for 12 on stolen bases.
Shanks with that quick shuffle step home. It's a fastball taken for strike 1.
Of course, yeah, you said it. Not only do you have Shanks on the mound, you have rookie Allison behind the plate.
By the way, there's another throw over. No tag this time. They're dirtying up the jersey of Zach Cotterman. Kaylee Plumley tonight, 7 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, 19 strikeouts. Shanks delivers home the 0-1. Breaking ball. Oh, my goodness gracious. Umpire said it was high. It was a perfect pitch. 1-1. My goodness. Umpire's fooled by the curveball tonight. That was tough. Now another throw over.
I doubt Cotterman's going after all this. He's going to be tired from diving back in.
That was a perfect pitch by Caden Shanks for ball 1. Delivers home another one. That one was called a strike, 1-2. Cotterman takes a little bit of a healthier lead now, and if nothing else, trying to put it in the mind of Caden Shanks out there. Here comes the 1-2 home. That one swung on and missed. The 10th Birdie's Lounge strikeout of the night for Caden Shanks. And Tayshawn Hayes comes up. That's 3 punch-outs of Carson Parrott. Tayshawn Hayes trying to avoid the trifecta.
He has been really upset going to the dugout the last couple of times, and he was on that one that time, just kind of swung underneath it, and he timed it up pretty well. He's actually a little bit out in front of it.
Those are the frustrating ones because that's a challenge fastball fired by 2 good baseball players going at it on that AB. First pitch into Hayes, revved up on, misses outside for a ball, 1-0. And Shanks takes a little bit of a lap around this time.
Yeah, worked a little bit of the dirt.
Cotterman had to dive back in here recently. Shanks with a high leg kick this time. Fastball misses a tick outside, 2-0. Cotterman reached on that single with 1 out, but now with 2 outs, Tayshawn Hayes trying to extend the inning. Shanks delivers in. Fastball that time again. He's missing the same spot 3 times. Final score in baseball tonight. Gordonsville defeats Clark Range 10-0.
Be a dangerous team in the 1A state tournament.
Yes, indeed. Here comes the 3-0. That one sent over. Worsing only has to make 1 throw. He underhand flips it to first, and that will retire the side. Upperman looking to push it to the run rule. When we come back, it's 11-2 through 5 innings here at Livingston Academy. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients. They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student-athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back. Another Hall Sports and Outdoors call to the bullpen for the Livingston Academy Wildcats. They give the ball to the big right-hander, Ethan Westmoreland.
Sixth appearance so far this season. He's got a 4-1 record, 2 complete games and 2 shutouts on the year. In his 23 and 2/3 innings pitched, he's got a 2.96 ERA, 32 strikeouts to 12 walks, and a batting average against of .218, so pretty good numbers for him.
He's going to face off against 7, 8, 9 in the lineup, and there's going to be a pinch hitter as Collier Bush has made his way out, but rookie Allison is due up first, and he's out of the dugout, so looks like we may have Collier Bush batting for Giugiano. We've seen Wes Shanks do this a lot, especially when this games get close to the run rule territory, wants to get ABs for different players. But I see Julian Llanos also made his way out, so maybe a pinch hit at the bottom for Braden Green, even though he's been sensational with 2 extra base hits. We'll wait and see what the chess match moves are. Once again, if the winner of this game wins the district in the regular season at 9-1, Livingston yesterday snapped over 700-day winning streak in district play for Upperman. Of course, the big note in that game, too, the gem pitched by Carson Parrott, but no Caden Shanks. And we've seen the impact that Caden Shanks has made here tonight.
Yeah, you look at the difference in this game. What Caden Shanks has attributed, he's got 4 runs driven in. He's scored how many runs? 2 in this game so far, I think?
He has scored 2 runs.
So he's attributed to 6 of the 11 runs on the board.
He has a stolen base. And, of course, he's pitching dominantly on the other side with 10 strikeouts. Rookie Allison stands in first here. He is struck out, walked, and grounded into a double play. So he's looking to barrel something up here. Westmoreland back to work with that big leg kick. First pitch misses outside, 1-0. Once again, Livingston back in action Friday against Warren County. Upperman on Thursday against Coffee County, as that one's across for a strike.
Yeah, they're definitely challenging themselves in those final 3 games of the regular season. Coffee County Station Camp and then at Mount Juliet.
I got a fun score update for you as the 1-1 misses upstairs. So Jackson County and York are playing in district softball tonight. It is 22-17 Jackson County. And it is not over. As the 2-1 comes in, that one misses outside.
Goose goes, did they go for 2?
Final score elsewhere also in the Upper Cumberland. York defeats Pickett County tonight 17-6 in baseball action. 3-1 count here as Westmoreland tries not to lose the leadoff batter that he faces, rookie Allison. That one called a strike on the slider across. We run full at 3-2. That is a football score, 22-17. Westmoreland kicks and deals the 3-2 payoff pitch. That one looking for the slider again, misses upstairs. And rookie Allison, he checked back towards the umpire. He ran down to make sure it was a ball.
might not want to do that since he has to go back
on the other end. It's the second walk worked by Allison. I hope it was all taken in good fun because it was funny up here. Giugiano stands in here. He has singled, grounded into a fielder's choice, and lined out so far.
Ricky Allison staying on the run with Collier Bush pinch hitting for Braden Green.
Check back. Now showing bunt, Yano. Yeah, listen, yesterday, the celebration, we talked about it. Upperman took a little bit of offense to it. And showing bunt up 9 runs, stealing bases up 9 runs, I think that there probably is a little bit of juice to that frustration that they seem to have felt after that. Again, we talked about it. And Livingston, they earned that victory yesterday.
They absolutely did.
The 2-0.
And listen, nobody's done it.
Yeah.
Nobody's done it for 2 years.
People say act like you've done it before. Nobody's done it before.
Yeah, nobody has done it for 2 years.
So, but heavy is the head that wears the crown. And if you come back in and win like this, like it appears Upperman may be doing tonight, you get to do it as well on their field. So we'll see what happens. We'll keep the camera on postgame as it's 2-1 now. There's been a lot of trash talk on the field, coming off of the field at the end of innings.
Well, and obviously, I mean, these guys know each other really well. They play. A lot of them play with each other in summer ball.
Here comes the 2-1. Westmoreland, that slider's starting to work for him. He zips that one in there for a strike. It's 2-2. Nobody out here. The 8-hole hitter, Juju Yano at the plate. Collier Bush behind him, and then the gigantic bats with Justin Fallon and Caden Shanks looming. Here comes the 2-2. Westmoreland, a couple of glances back, now comes home. That one misses upstairs, tips off the glove, and that'll allow rookie Allison to head up into scoring position. That's a potential big run. That's the run rule run. Of course, Livingston will get a chance with the bats, but they want to keep it under 10. The comments. Don't worry, Derek. We're definitely not going to. Allison advances over on the
Coach Allen would be in the middle of it.
The 3-2. Good slider across for called strike 3. The Birdies Lounge strikeout for Ethan Westmoreland. That was a really good pitch in. Here comes Collier Bush. Came in and gave him a spark when Justin Fallon got that injury. Then the average came down just a little bit. Only 20 ABs on the season. Batting 150. He's got a runner at second and one out. Final score. Well, talking about football scores, I got one for you again on softball, on the softball diamond tonight. After this first pitch from Westmoreland, that one, breaking ball, came in and hit him. And Collier Bush, I think he wanted a chance to get a base hit. He was looking a little frustrated with that one. He'll head down to first, but he sets the table. Justin Fallon climbs in, having a monstrous day. Home run to lead off the game. Walk and a run scored with a stolen base in the second. Single in the third. Single with a stolen base in the fifth. And he climbs in here for AB number 5. Score, Smith County 21, Monterey 16. Final score elsewhere, big one in 7 AAA in softball. Upperman defeats DeKalb County 3-1 as Fallon fouls that one back to make it 0-1. So now Upperman has swept the season series with DeKalb. Those are the top 2 teams there in 7 AAA on the softball side.
Guess how many hits there were in that Smith County Monterey game?
25.
35.
Wow.
Guess how many errors?
Westmoreland delivers in the 0-1 slider. Called a strike. Got it in on the hands. We'll say 15.
13.
Okay.
There was a player for Monterey that drove in 10 runs.
It's a pretty good game.
3 for 3. 3
Not
runs
too bad.
scored.
Runners at first and second here for Upperman with 1 out. It's an 0-2 count here to Justin Fallon. Westmoreland, a couple of looks back towards rookie Allison at second. Now comes in. That one misses outside. Parrott able to get over to it. 1-2.
Those were 3 home runs, by the way. It's not bad.
Not bad at all. That 9 spot's been productive tonight for Upperman.
Yes, it
whether it's
has.
Braden Green or Collier Bush.
I think they've reached every time, haven't they?
They have. Braden Green with a triple and a double. That one, big swing and a miss for another Birdies Lounge strikeout for Ethan Westmoreland. He is the first pitcher to retire Justin Fallon tonight. And now, Caden Shanks will try and get it to that 10-run mark, if not a little bit beyond that. He's having a huge day as well. He has a single, run scored, a 3-run home run, 4 RBIs on the day. Stands in here as the wind is dying down just a little bit. Still blowing right to left, but not as gusty as we had earlier. First pitch in. Called a strike. Maybe a tick below the knees. 0-1. I love hearing the crowd. It's one of the best parts about baseball. The chirps are unbelievable. As the 0-1, they're clever. Here comes the 0-1. That one misses outside. 1-1. It's a good reminder. We want to welcome our friends at Gentry's Power Equipment back for being presenting sponsor of Upperman football coming up in the fall. They're expecting a big year.
Yes, they are.
We appreciate
Yes,
Gentry's
they
Power
always are.
Equipment for coming up with us for another year here at UCR. Here comes the 1-1 in to Caden Shanks from Westmoreland. That one misses outside. 2-1 now.
Have we announced who we're doing for Proving Ground?
Nope, not yet. But it is
It's
coming.
going to be fun.
Proving Ground Season 2
Be fun.
coming soon. New school. It is going to be a lot of fun. Here comes the 2-1. That one misses outside. Now 3 balls, 1 strike to Caden Shanks. Hitters count to the most
He called that a
dangerous
strike,
hitter.
by the way.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. 2-2. Wow. It's gotten weird. It has gotten weird. 2-2 coming home to Caden Shanks now. And he swings and misses at that one for strike 3. And that is a Birdie's Lounge strikeout for Westmoreland, and Caden Shanks is not happy about it at all, and I don't blame him. We'll head to the bottom half of the 6th. Livingston looking for a rally. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to support student athletes and athletic departments throughout the Upper Cumberland. They're also proud to sponsor the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game on this broadcast. From trophies to t-shirts, they can do it all. Stop by and see them at 120 Circle Drive in Allgood or give them a call at 931-537-9559. Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. From the sports field to the hunting field, our friends at Hall Sports and Outdoors can outfit anyone. Located in the heart of Jamestown at 207 South Main Street, Hall Sports and Outdoors carries everything from kayaks, fishing gear, and camo to guns and ammo. With top brands such as Columbia, Timberland, Under Armour, Asics, and much more, nobody can top their selection. Need some custom gear for your team? They also offer uniforms, gear, and custom embroidery. Stop by and see them at 207 South Main Street in Jamestown. Hall Sports and Outdoors, proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Welcome back. Livingston able to keep it under that 10-run mark, but they need a big rally in a hurry here. But these are the bats that have done the damage. 4-5-6 due up here for the Wildcats. An 11-2 ball game. Winner wins the regular season district title tonight here in Overton County. It's now baseball under the lights. The sun almost completely disappeared behind us. If you're watching on Facebook, make sure you hit that like button, comment along with us tonight, share the stream. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to our channel, hit the thumbs up button as well. We welcome you in here tonight. Our friends at the South Willow Auto Clinic are your hometown auto doctors. Anytime you get any service done there, they will rotate your tires for free. Your check engine light comes on. Don't just keep driving around. They'll tell you what's going on with it for free. If it needs to be fixed, they'll be able to fix it for you. They're local folks, fine folks. They'll take care of you. They support the student athletes in our area. And we also appreciate our friends at Nick's Restaurant, who's been family-owned and operated for over 50 years right here in the Upper Cumberland, located just off Jefferson Avenue in Cookeville. Date night, team event, banquet, family dinner, prime rib, chicken, steak, sandwiches, and, of course, to
ice cream pie.
Ice cream pie, no doubt about it. 11-2 Upperman. Dylan York is having a good day at the plate. 2 for 2 with a double, a single, and a run scored. Facing off against Caden Shanks, back out there for his 6th inning of work. First pitch is taken for strike 1, 0-1. 84 pitches for Caden Shanks so far, so
he's going.
He is well prepared to go through a complete game if he's able to work through. Livingston wants to find a way to get him off the mound. Here comes the 0-1. That one bounces in. 1-1, and the lines that were done by the very high-tech robot that they have here, they are now gone. There's no
pretty cool to watch,
box.
though.
It was cool.
Those lines down the first base line and third base line are straight.
Yes, they are. The 1-1. That one sent over, and Caden Shanks flashes the leather, throws to first in time to record the out.
Yeah, you found a gift that time. That was impressive.
But on the shortstop cap for a minute there, that one was ripped back to him. Dawson Ledbetter, he ambushed the first pitch he saw over the left field fence for the only runs of the game for Livingston, a 2-run shot. He's looking to do it again here with 1 out in the bottom of the 6th and a 9-run game.
Yeah, at least made himself feel a little bit better after the start he had on the mound, allowing a lot of base runners and a lot of runs across in those 2 innings.
First pitch, as that breaking ball dips away and Ledbetter lays off 1-0.
When you can hit one off of Caden Shanks, feel pretty good.
We hope you'll join us on Thursday night from Baxter. Coffee County against Upperman, 4A against 3A. And then they will play the Braves, followed up by the Phillies, as that one is across at the knees for strike 1-1. If the goal was to be battle-tested, well,
they did that.
They have certainly done that. Here comes the 1-1. There is one 3A team in this state that has defeated Upperman this year. It is this Livingston Academy team a night ago. And the 2-1 from Shanks here to Ledbetter. That one waved at and missed. There was some life on that fastball, 2-2.
Ledbetter is a little bit behind it.
He climbs in. Shanks starting to work quickly here. The 2-2 coming home. Breaking ball. Called strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. A Birdie's Lounge strikeout for Caden Shanks for the second out of the inning.
Dawson Ledbetter was a little confused.
I don't blame him.
To say the
It's gotten weird.
Dawson Ledbetter just went to the dugout, lined up a golf ball, and took a swing at one.
Here comes the first pitch in here to Ryan Paul Campbell, and misses upstairs for a ball 1-0.
That's an elite troll.
I don't even know what to just. Here comes the 1-0. That one.
I think he catch him.
No,
Nope.
he was able to. I think we would have known that one would have hit him.
Yeah.
That one was revved up. 2-0 now. Here to Ryan Paul Campbell. So far today, he's doubled and flown out. I mean, that pitch was in the dirt. Here comes the 2-0. That one right to me. I got it. Never flinch. 2-1. What? I was ready for it.
There was a 25% flinch.
No, that's called reaction time. 2-1. That one swung on and missed. 2-2. You got to be able to jump into place.
That was going to catch us if we weren't catching
That's
it.
true. The 2-2 from Caden Shanks coming here to Ryan Paul Campbell. He kicks and deals. Swung on and missed. Another Birdie's Lounge strikeout for Caden Shanks as he is in cruise control now. 1 inning to go here at Livingston Academy. Upperman hanging on to an 11-2 lead. The Thor Hammer has made its way out of the Upperman dugout. Coverage is presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Clint Connor is your local auctions expert. With full service from start to finish, the Exit Crossroads Auction Group are here to make the process easy for you. Visit crossroadsauctiongroup.com for more details and current auctions. Clint Connor, your local auctions expert, is proud to sponsor this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Fire and Vine in Cookeville is the Upper Cumberland's home for delicious Chicago-style pizza, beef, chicken, fish, and more. Located in Cookeville's historic downtown district, Fire and Vine's food and atmosphere will keep you coming back for more. Take in stunning views with creative food and drinks on the rooftop. Fire and Vine is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network.
Welcome back, Ethan Westmoreland back to work here. We are in the top of the 7th inning, rather. And the home plate umpire, I think, saw Dawson Ledbetter's epic troll that he had there and is having a word with him on the way over to the first base bag.
I appreciate it.
I did too. Ethan Westmoreland back to work here. He was able to record 3 strikeouts back in the 6th inning and get out of 2 runners on with 1 out jam. He will face off against the heart of the order. 3-4-5 due up for the Bees, who lead 11-2 up around the doorstep of winning yet another district title. And as I think back through it,
3 in a row?
Yes, as I think back through it here, football, region title. Boys basketball, district title. Girls basketball, did win the regular season, or they got second place in the regular season, but made the
Region
state
title.
championship game.
Region title.
Softball, first place in the district, and Upperman baseball on the doorstep of winning the regular season district title.
Yeah, Upperman softball, you mentioned with that win against DeKalb County. That's their second win over DeKalb County. They did have the loss against White County, so it made it kind of interesting, but beating DeKalb County solidifies themselves as the one.
So 7 AAA and 4 4A in football. Right now, it runs through Baxter, Tennessee.
It does.
And don't come at me for saying that. It's just a fact. I can't help you.
Yeah.
As Westmoreland's first pitch is across for a strike here to Chris Worsing, who's been busy. He has singled and has an RBI, then reached on an error and scored a run, struck out, and then had another RBI single, stole a base, and scored another run. That pitch misses outside. There is more action over there for Upperman. Trying to get a look at who that is, if it's Wyatt Curtis again. It is Wyatt Curtis.
It is, yeah.
Getting loose one more time, maybe in for the last inning. We'll wait and see. 1-1. That one sent over. Burns ranges up over at second base and flips over to first in time to beat Chris Worsing. And it's 1 up, 1 down here in the 7th.
We saw Wyatt Curtis warming up in the Watertown game when Alec Wilson was pitching really well in relief of that one. So it could just be just to keep him loose, just in case type of thing, and really just to keep him kind of on top of it, too.
Caden Shanks has 12 strikeouts tonight through 6 innings.
You and I were kind of talking about the great stats that PD, who's with us today, is keeping in the strikeouts per game number. Wyatt Curtis is at 11 per game, and Shanks was right beneath him at 10.11.
First pitch foul back by Alec Wilson. And Rusty York softball got a field goal and a safety, and now they trail Jackson County 23-22 in the top of the 7th inning there. 0-1 to Alec Wilson. Misses low and outside. 1-1.
I think he's just following along with that one, too.
Yeah,
he's in Jackson County.
He is.
Doing baseball.
Jackson County Monterey baseball tonight. As the 1-1 pitch comes in. There's that slider again. Misses. 2-1. It's been upstairs just a hair. Alec Wilson at the plate. Evan Huddleston behind him. Here comes the 2-1. That one right back to us here. 2-2. And for Upperman yesterday, 2 hits, no runs. Today, 11 runs on 14 hits. And they left 9 runners on the base paths.
That's the big number. It could be a lot bigger.
Here comes the 2-2 home. That one went up chasing the high cheese a little bit. This one sent up into the air, angling into foul territory. Westmoreland ranges over and makes the catch for the second out.
It's a good play, except he didn't quite call off Dawson Ledbetter in the process, so could have had a little bit of a collision there. Able to get the second out, though.
District softball final. Cookeville defeats Wilson Central tonight 8-6. Big win for the Lady Cavs.
It's a big bounce-back win for them as well after the loss to Stewart's Creek last night in extras when they had bases loaded and nobody out.
Jackson County and York are tied at 23 in softball action in the 7th inning. Wow. They could go to extras. Who knows how many they could score. Evan Huddleston in here. First pitch misses upstairs from Ethan Westmoreland. 3 singles today for Evan Huddleston, and officially 3 for 4. He has stolen 2 bases, has an RBI, and has scored a run.
Would we survive doing that softball game together?
Oh, it would be fun. As the 1-0 misses outside, 2-0.
It'd just be like going back to basketball season.
Who knows what we would say on that broadcast? That would be that one could go off the rails.
Be a lot of football references.
There would be a ton of football references. Too many, quite frankly. The 2-0. Called a strike on the outside corner. 2-1 here to Huddleston. One note, it's not easy for the umpire now with that batter's box virtually disappeared. That's a little thing to note here. The 2-1, that one sent up into the air. Because you lose that reference point without those lines well defined. 2-2 with 2 outs for Evan Huddleston. Livingston trying to get it to the bats and look for a miraculous comeback. Westmoreland, that one looking for the slider. Didn't come out clean, and we run full at 3-2. Carson Shoup is on deck. Yeah, Wyatt Curtis was not out there long in that bullpen over in right field. 3-2 payoff pitch coming here from Westmoreland into Huddleston. That one sent up and foul. We'll do it again. This is a good battle here.
Glad you can see it. I haven't seen a single one of these foul balls.
Well, you just watch the catcher. That's usually a telltale sign. What does he do?
You want to guess how many combined errors are in that Jackson County York softball game?
Oh, so many. First off, the 3-2 payoff pitch coming home. That one misses outside, ball 4. And Evan Huddleston works a full count, then heads down to first. He's reached in 4 plate appearances today. Carson Shoup will stand in. He has an RBI single, RBI ground out, another ground out, and reached on an error. So he's done a little bit of everything in this game. Let's go with 25 combined errors.
20 combined errors.
Okay.
44 hits.
Runners,
and it's
Huddleston.
bases loaded and 1 out for York at the plate.
That one bounces in, and that'll allow Evan Huddleston to move into scoring position here. A wild pitch that bounced off the shoulder of Carson Parrott.
And there has been no relief pitchers used in the game.
Wow. That's video game stuff right there. 1-0 coming here to Carson Shoup. There's that right-handed bat above his shoulder. Westmoreland delivers in. That's a good slider in there for a strike. 1-1.
It's been a pretty good job by Westmoreland. He's come in and held it at bay for the most part.
They've changed up the arm angles. You got the big righty with Ledbetter. You go to the lefty York, kind of threw him off for a while. Then they started to time him up. Now they've gone to Westmoreland and, again, kept him a little off balance. The 1-1 coming here. This one flared over. Westmoreland ranges back, and he sticks the glove out to make the catch, and that will retire this side. Last chance for Livingston as Upperman tries to make it another district title when we come back. Coverage presented by the South Willow Auto Clinic and Nick's Restaurant on the Frontier Chevy UCR Media Network.
Livingston Regional Hospital is Livingston's hometown hospital. Located at 315 Oak Street, Livingston Regional Hospital provides compassionate, quality care for all patients from local people you can trust, so you can count on them to treat you like family. Their excellent staff offers years of experience and training to meet the needs of all patients.
They understand the importance of providing care in a professional and comforting manner. They're proud to partner with Livingston Academy Athletics through the LRH Sports Medicine Team. Livingston Regional Hospital is a proud sponsor of this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Sonia Brown is a full-service realtor and is licensed across the state of Tennessee, listing and selling residential and multifamily, land and farms, commercial and industrial properties. Sonia handles the sale from start to closing and beyond. Let her put her 30-plus years of experience to work for you. Sonia Brown with American Way Real Estate has been supporting student-athletes in the Upper Cumberland since 1990. You can reach Sonia Brown at 931-979-7145. Sonia Brown, realtor with American Way Real Estate, is proud to support this broadcast on the UCR Media Network. Caden Shanks trying to deliver the third straight district championship to Baxter, Tennessee. 1.5 inning to go. Upperman with an 11-2 lead over Livingston Academy, and it is 7-8-9 due up for the Wildcats in this half inning. A bounce-back performance and then some for an Upperman team that it would have been very easy to start to have some serious doubts about after what we saw the past couple of games. They have roared back here tonight and look like the team that has made 2 straight state championship games.
It's the second time this season that they have had a 3-game losing streak. You go back to Alabama, they lost 3 in a row, and then actually 4 in a row, and they lost to Baylor in that first game back out of there, and then bounced it back with a win against Smith County. This time, a 3-game losing skid, and then you play Livingston Academy for the second time, and definitely playing with a chip on their shoulder. We saw it on the very first batter of the ballgame as Fallon was able to put it out. Junior Steele getting a pinch hit here.
Yeah, he will hit in place of Goolsby. The first pitch is in there for strike one from Caden Shanks, who has been sensational. 2 runs allowed on 5 hits that came on that 2-run home run, and now Steele has not seen Shanks up close and personal, and he has revved up 2 fastballs right by him. The next pitch will be the 100th of the night for Caden Shanks. See if he goes with a heater one more time. The 0-2, he sure will, and he got him. 3 straight fastballs right down the middle, and that one is going to be another Birdie's Lounge strikeout, the 13th of the night.
There's a massive moon coming up over the hill in left center. It's pretty cool looking.
Standing in here, Ethan Hooks as the first pitch. Oh, pardon me, this is another pinch hitter in here for Livingston Academy.
Well, it's Ethan Westmoreland.
It's Ethan Westmoreland, of course, sliding in here to the spot of where the designated hitter was. So Westmoreland, it's another Ethan, but Westmoreland in, and he is evened up in the count at 1-1. It's been 3 straight punch-outs for Caden Shanks here as he is looking to close it out in style. Big score update in the district. Stone gets the win over White County 11-5 tonight. Here comes the 1-1. That one. This is a tick outside, 2-1.
Yeah, Livingston had already secured at least the 2 seed since they split with Stone Memorial. Stone Memorial lost to DeKalb County last week one time.
Comes the 2-1. That one swung on, chopped over, ranging his shoop. He's under it, throws over, and Upperman isn't out away from winning the district championship. Going to bring up another pinch hitter. This time it's going to be Nathan Poston who will stand in, representing the last chance for Livingston, who needs the biggest, miraculous comeback we have seen in a long, long time. They want a chance in this one. Caden Shanks trying to slam the door. First pitch. Fastball misses low and outside. Caden Shanks on the season. He's got 5 victories to just 1 loss. He has 3 complete games. Looking for number 4 of the year. As now there's a delay. Something. I think we're ready to go. 1-0. Poston awaits. Here comes the pitch home from Shanks. That one swung on and missed. And now you were seeing those guys seeing him for the 3rd time. Now coming off the bench a little bit cold. You really seeing him leaning the fastballs in this inning. Here comes the 1-1. Yep, another one. That one's in there. And the Bees are a strike away. 1-2. Caden Shanks returning to the lineup in dominant fashion. Likes the pitch. Kicks and deals. And this one is just... Was it foul tipped or thrown back? It was a strike 3, tag the bag, and that will do it. The Upperman Bees once again win the regular season District 7 3A title. Your final score, Upperman 11, Livingston Academy 2.
Yeah, that's a big win for Upperman and a big bounce-back victory as well. And it started from the get-go. Started with Justin Fallon cranking out in his first AB of the ball game. And the Bees going to enjoy this one as Braden Green just took a shot from Justin Fallon as they were celebrating. But a big win for the Bees, another regular season title. And they will be the 1 seed in hosting the 7 AAA tournament starting on Wednesday next week.
3 straight district titles for the Bees as they come on the road and shake off their first district loss in over 740 days yesterday. Livingston got the win, but as I mentioned, Caden Shanks returns to the lineup and propels Upperman to a convincing victory here tonight. We welcome you into the South Willow Auto Clinic postgame show. The South Willow Auto Clinic are your hometown auto doctors. It was a convincing effort tonight for the Bees. 11 runs on 15 hits, 1 error in the field for them. For Livingston Academy in this game, 2 runs on 5 hits. The big strike was that 2-run home run for Dawson Ledbetter. But other than that, it was all Upperman in this ball game tonight.
Yeah, you go down the lineup, there were hits all the way through the lineup. Of course, Kane Shanks was tremendous. Justin Fallon also cranked one out. And but you can't say enough about Kane Shanks and how big was him missing yesterday's game, not having him in the lineup in a game that you only mustered 2 hits. He comes in today, drives in 4 of them. He's tremendous on the mound. And we've said it the last few weeks, he's been a Mr. Baseball. His name has been thrown around for Mr. Baseball candidate. He's kind of solidifying himself in that realm here in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he looked every bit the part of it tonight. Caden Shanks, he goes 7 complete innings on the mound. He gets to 6-1 on this season. He has 14 strikeouts, with 5 hits allowed and the 2 runs coming across, just 1 error in the field behind him. Offensively in this game, he did it as well. He opened with a single, and then he hit that 3-run home run, had 4 RBIs tonight, 2 runs scored, accounting for 6 of the 11 Upperman runs. It wasn't just him, though. Justin Fallon with a big day as well. He had that leadoff home run that kind of set the stage in this ball game tonight. He scored a couple of runs. He had 3 singles in the game, reached 4 different times, stole a couple of bases. But you look up and down the lineup for Upperman, it was a really complete effort offensively. A day after they only had 2 hits, they rallied back today with 15 of them, and the offense really roared to life.
Oh, how about Braden Green in that 9 spot as well? Kyler Bush came on, and he was able to get in there, get on base as well. And we've talked about it. That's what makes this Upperman team so dangerous when they are playing really, really well. It's those 7, 8, 9 guys that do a lot of the damage, and they did that today, and obviously complemented by the top half guys in the lineup as well. And then when you got Kane Shanks with the 14 strikeouts, and it was really just the 2 blips in the lineup when you had York crank one and then Ledbetter crank one right behind on 2 pitches. Take those 2 pitches out, it's probably a complete game shutout.
It's time for the Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game tonight. It's rare when you have a guy who's 14 strikeouts and there's an option. There was a lot of options tonight for Upperman, but I imagine we're on the same page.
Yeah, it's going to be Caden Shanks. Not only did he do it on the mound with the 14 strikeouts and only the 2 earned runs allowed in the 7 innings, but he also did it at the plate. Drove in 4 runs, scored a couple of runs, and a lot of strikeouts. He was dealing all over the place against this Livingston team that they felt like they were playing with a lot of confidence after getting the win yesterday for the first time in 9 tries against the Bees. First time in 746 days that the Bees had lost a 7 AAA game as well. And Kane Shanks will absolutely be your Nelson Trophy and Screen Printing Player of the Game.
Perhaps the most telling stat in this game. For Upperman, they had 6 batters bat at least 5 times tonight. Livingston, everybody in the lineup, or all 9 spots, batted exactly 3 times in the ballgame. Upperman wins the regular season district title. They will host the district tournament starting next Wednesday night in Baxter. And we, of course, will have coverage of that tournament in its totality. We hope you'll join us on Thursday night when the Bees welcome in Coffee County. The Red Raiders, another 4A team, coming to town to take on Upperman. And then again on Saturday. We'll have coverage Friday. Not sure exactly where it will be. We'll let you know soon. But on Saturday, Upperman welcoming in Station Camp with a big 3A measuring stick game. Could be a potential state tournament.
Could be.
Could even be a potential state championship game preview. We'll have to wait and see on that, of course. But 2 very good teams will go at it on Saturday. Your final score once again as Upperman secures the district title. Upperman 11, Livingston 2. I'm Noah McKay for Jacob Vincent to my right. We'll remind you to keep your eyes on UpperCumberlandReporter.com for coverage to come from this game as well as Jackson County and Monterey where Rusty is tonight. They're in Gainsboro. Thank you so much for spending part of your Tuesday night here with us. Go Preds a little bit later on tonight. And until we talk to you all again, have a great night, everybody.